2, 3, showtime. So she's not a lesbian, or she is a lesbian?
No, she is a lesbian.
Okay. Well,
She
great
not
way to start. If your church is got a cash app, there it is.
There it is.
1, 2, 3, showtime. Or have a choice, and your mindset is part luck.
Really? Everybody ain't got Canada rules, man.
One, two, three, showtime.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Gasmasktribe TV podcast, where we filter out that bull. Yeah. I'm your host, Notice the Real One. And man, it has been a crazy weekend. And here's one of my other hosts, Miss Cat. She is. Miss Cat, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Happy Monday, everybody.
Meow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you gotta live up to the name, huh?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Monday is normally like it's the work week. We gotta get ready for the work week.
Yeah. But I love Mondays. I love Mondays.
Do you love Mondays?
Yes.
Mondays. Do you? Why? Why you like Mondays?
Because it's the beginning of something new.
Oh, okay. You gotta hit it with
like you can change what happened last week. You know what I mean? And make it new.
Right. Oh, yeah. So whatever happened last week is over.
That's right.
It's a new day, a new week for
something
somebody to build themselves. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, you know what I mean? Biz will be with us in a sec.
Cool.
You know, he's always ironing stuff out. Mr. Biz is always busy.
Where's your baby?
You know what? She had phone troubles the last time. Let me send her the link now. Thanks for telling me.
I did too. Like you guys was like your sound is like you sound bad. I was like, what? I didn't do anything different. Like, but my sound was like off.
There's Miss Daisy. What up, Daisy? What up?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing, just chilling. You know what I mean? Kat was literally just asking about you. Literally.
Where's she at?
Speak up somebody's name and they shall appear.
Thank you for asking me for me, Miss Cat. I'm doing fine. Just time got lost. I'm like 6 minutes late. My bad.
You good. No need to apologize. We understand people have lives, and when it comes to the show, you know what I mean? We just got to keep the show rolling. You know what I mean? Kat, what was your question? What did you say before?
About like Mondays?
You was just asking me a question right before Daisy came up.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Damn it.
I was like, where is she? But I don't remember what I was saying about that. We were talking about just new beginnings. Like that's what we were talking about.
I know, but you asked me. I cut you off. My apologies. Daisy, how was your weekend, girl?
I got my phone stolen and then I found it back. I got it back. Well, I have a Samsung. I don't know if you guys know, but I got a Samsung, and Samsungs have like an actual app that you can search for your Samsung or you can go online, and online, like on Google, you could look for search for my phones, my Samsung phone, and it'll actually pinpoint where it's at, and the satellite will actually tell you if it was last seen on a person. And it literally showed me the person, and it ended up being one of the freaking staffs at the store.
Oh wow.
So so I called them. So I called the freaking store, and the store manager is like, well, from what I know, an iPhone does not have a tracker on it, so you can't really say that our staff took it. I said, yeah, well, little do you know that they do, but I mean, that's not neither here nor there. But I have a Samsung, and the last time it was seen on a person. And the reason why I knew it was a person is because it literally had the digits of like the directions of where the location was, it was last seen, and it was literally over a specific person. And then I went back on there, and it showed that direction that they were walking, it showed the parking lot.
Huh.
So
Wow.
I go back to, so she goes, well, you could come up here and we'll look it up, because our policy is we turn everything in, we fine. I was like, well, apparently she's not following the policy. So
Right.
I go back in the morning, and I explained to one of the managers, and she kind of low key gave me an attitude like, oh my gosh, like this is such a big deal. Like, I'm sorry, but phones are not like inexpensive. My phone is like $400. I had $1,000, the Samsung S20 before, which is like 1,000 and something dollars. I got that one stolen. And they did the same thing, except that that one showed me the actual house where my phone was taken to. And when I told that person, like, I know where you live, the motherfucker took it right back to the freaking parking lot and threw it somewhere in the parking lot.
Wow.
So, yeah, Samsungs are good at like taking pictures with the satellite, or who has it, or, like if the lady was in the building and they took a picture in there, they can't really see inside the building, but they literally took a picture of the person outside the building, like the satellite. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
But they gave it to me that morning.
see, I noticed Samsung. It's been a Google thing. I know it's not even a Samsung thing, but a Google thing. It's like find my phone, and it's been a Google thing because normally with Androids you have to log in with the Gmail, and you with that Gmail, you have to attach yourself to Google, and as long as you got your location on, and you got your location on your phone, it will find your phone. I remember one time.
That's scary though, because everybody knows where you are. Like people can just put in your number and look you up, and that's just creepy.
It is creepy because even Google has a timeline of where you've been. Like
I know. I seen that on my pictures. I'm like, what?
but you can turn it off though. You can turn it off. You don't have to have those particular features on there, and you can actually just have the feature like Find My Phone on, like GPS locations. I don't have any reason to hide from anybody, not yet at
But
least.
still,
You know what I mean? It is kind of creepy. It is kind of creepy, but at the same time, it's one of those things like I rather because I worked in the automotive industry for a number of years, and one time I left my phone on somebody's windshield, and they didn't even know because it was in the corner of the windshield. I was changing some wiper blades, just doing my little manager duties, and I'm like, "Where's my phone?" I go on the computer, and you can see the phone tracking as it goes. So Daisy is correct when saying that. And I wouldn't doubt that the new Samsungs today have a new app, because I see the comments going crazy out there. Um, uh, UK. Oh, Jacob said that must be a new app, and then UK says, nah, it's been something on Samsung for years. I didn't know that Samsung had a thing. I just knew Android had a thing.
Didn't Android and Samsung the same thing?
No,
Well,
no.
yeah, Samsungs can also connect to Google. Like I connected my stuff to Google, and everything, like all my stuff backs up to Google. So I have both the Samsung app and because it specifically has a Samsung search for my phone app, but it also has. But if you don't have the app, you could do it online, and through Google you could do it as well. So you're right. You can do it in 3 different ways.
And to answer your question, Kat, Samsung and Android are not the same thing. Samsung is a corporation. Android is a type of phone.
Oh, well, I have an Android. I'm not an iPhone person. Sorry.
Oh yeah, we have to catch your Facebook up.
Samsung is more like the brand.
Yeah,
like iPhone.
I like that they don't like monopolize everything. Like you have to use Samsung every Apple. Or they let you use whatever you want to use.
I hate Apple.
Apple makes you use all their stuff or your life.
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, but Google does the same thing. They just do it in a slicker way, in a slicker manner. Apple is like, yo, you're part of a cult. You know what I mean?
Use my watch, use my this, use my that, or it won't work. It's like, okay.
Right. Yeah, like connect to my laptop. Nope. Not working tonight.
Unless you have a Mac.
Right. So I don't know if you ladies know what the topic of tonight, main topic is.
Nope.
No, I don't know.
It is alpha females. I don't even know the rest of the title. I just know it's about alpha females and questions about alpha females. You consider yourself an alpha female? Any one of you?
I don't really categorize myself. So I wouldn't really. I don't think about stuff like that.
Why? The world does.
I don't think a guy, when you meet a guy, he's like, so let me figure out if she's an alpha or not. I mean,
a lot of guys do.
I mean, they may, but they might be mistaken. Like, you can be a strong woman and not necessarily be an alpha woman in all areas, right?
Right.
Okay. You just handle your business, but then when you come home, you're like, do you? I don't care, right? But
all I know is that from what I hear, alpha females usually run by themselves. Whoa. So if it's categorized by that, then yeah, I'm kind of like an alpha but not. But I don't know like what all the details and what specifically makes an alpha female. So I'm like
driven. They act like men, type of thing. They're like go-getter type women. They're like very like executives type. We're gonna handle this stuff. But sometimes
I am then an alpha female.
I'm intimidated by her because she won't be submissive, and that's not always the case, you know.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, because I take care of all my stuff.
Well, I'm glad you ladies have a little bit of insight because we're gonna get to that as our main topic. But before we do that, we're gonna do this. Notice current events. Hey, Kat, do you have your positive vibes today?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so all right, without further ado, we are gonna hit it.
1, 2, 3, showtime.
All right. So, notice this current events. Let's get into it. And I know everybody out there they had their weekend, but I don't know a lot of people. See, I'm a big fight person. I love boxing. I love UFC. I love sports. And one of the biggest events of the year happened this weekend. Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. And Triple G had it out for the third time to settle their beef this time. So I know, Kat, you like,
yeah, I missed it.
You missed it. Well, it was a big weekend out here. It was a big weekend out here in the LV. So Canelo Alvarez and Triple G fought for 12 rounds. They did go the distance. A lot of people were bidding on Triple G to knock him out. But I'm gonna tell you like this: Triple G didn't seem like he was really himself that whole fight. If anybody, a lot of people like, oh, it was figs, oh, it was that, blase, this, that, and the third. I was like, I don't know. And the reason why I don't know is because Triple G normally is a jab man. He hit you with jabs. He wasn't throwing that many jabs this fight.
Is this
Carnelo,
the Mexican guy that's supposed to be like fighting Floyd or something? Or because
no,
it's supposed to fight some Mexican guy so that like they can make a lot of money or something?
Floyd is retired. I'm not sure. Carnelo fighting Floyd Mayweather?
It was somebody Floyd Mayweather is about to fight somebody. Like I saw like a commercial about it.
Don't you make me pull up my stuff right
It
now.
was some UFC fighter or something. Or not UFC, MMA fighter.
Yeah, he might be fighting a MMA fighter, not boxing.
Well, isn't that boxing though?
No, boxing and MMA is two different things. So ultimate,
they fight Floyd.
Nakuru.
Yeah, they have to fight like a boxing. They can't kick and do all the other stuff that they usually do. So
hold on. Nakuru, okay, date, start time, odds, and schedule price. A card for 2022. An exposition boxing fight after beating Don Moore in May. Floyd Mayweather is ready to get back into the ring. Money Mayweather will be competing in another exhibition bout on September 25th. How do you stay up more than stuff?
No, I just like Floyd. I like him.
Oh, okay, so he's an MMA fighter that's coming into the ring. Fighting a boxer. So
yeah.
and you know what? He did what's his face that way?
Yeah, and it was a big
McGregor. He did McGregor dirty. It's a difference when you fighting 5-minute, 12 rounds, opposed to 5-minute, three rounds where you can kick and punch and all that stuff. So Makuru, okay, I didn't know that it was said. That's a big thing. Thank you, Miss Cat. Thank you, Miss Cat. Yeah. So Mayweather is coming up this weekend. All right. I see what's happening. I'm getting blown up. Next we have so anybody to check out that fight? You know, it was a decent fight. I won't say it was a good fight. It just seemed like a lot of pitter patter, a lot of jabs, a lot of this. No major hits, no major blows. I can't stand that about boxing. You pay your $50 to watch a fight, or you pay your $300 or $2,000 for front row seats, and nobody actually is boxing because they're all trying to save their career. No one is gladiator out there, and that's why a lot of people switch to UFC opposed to boxing, because boxing is all technical. Blah, 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 blah. You know, who can outlast who, and that's just one of those things. Andrea Jefferson, glad to join us. Thank you for joining us. Floyd fighting a Middle Eastern dude in Dubai. That's going to be big. I did not know that. I can't believe I slept on that information. But I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping no more. Not sleeping no more. And to caveat, moving on. To caveat on top of the hurricane or the tropical storm, they said it was a tropical storm. Everybody in Puerto Rico seems to be different. And this is why Miss Cat was getting some of this rainstorm out in Miami. Puerto Rico is getting slammed by Fiona right now. They didn't get shit. Fiona is kicking her ass. And anybody know Fiona from Shrek? She wasn't no punk. She wasn't no punk bitch. I'm gonna tell you like this. I hope everybody comes out safe. I hope everybody comes out alive. I hope everybody just weather the storm. Yeah, there is details and updates that'll be posted. And if you want more details or anything like that, tune in to me or drop me a DM, and I will be more than happy to research the information or give you updates on that currently. Now, anybody know who Orlando Brown is?
An actor? No, I'm thinking of Orlando Bloom.
No, you're right. You're right.
Oh.
Orlando Brown is an actor.
Okay.
He was on Disney. He's also been in recent interviews where he's just been claiming, like he claimed Bow Wow has some good pussy.
Bow Wow the rapper.
Yeah, Bow Wow the rapper. He was like, "Yo, what do you feel about Bow Wow?" He was like, "Yo, Bow Wow got some good pussy." Now, however he said that, he just said it, and he let people's minds wonder. Well, Orlando Brown, I always thought like of him. I was like that guy's sharp. That guy real sharp. Like
Okay, wait, is he like making saying that Bow Wow has a nice girlfriend?
no. I don't know.
Oh.
He didn't go into details. He just said when asked about it, he just said, "Yo, Bow Wow got some good pussy." He didn't go in true depth about it. Now, that's not the part about that's not the part. Daisy, do you know who Orlando Brown is?
Yeah. Isn't he a singer?
No. He's an actor. He's a Disney actor.
She's like, eh.
I forget what
I know he's somebody.
yeah, he is somebody because he's a Disney kid. So you know, all Disney kids, they all make it out well. You know what I mean? But this is the thing. He came out with a rap that I think was pretty cold. Pretty fucking cold. I thought it was pretty fucking cold. I'm like, yo, but as you listen to the lyrics, it kind of makes you feel that this guy is really, really crazy.
Oh yeah, Orlando Brown from what's that show where she go back in the past?
Yeah. You got it. You got it.
Yeah, they said that he was supposed to be going crazy and that most likely he won't be surviving anytime soon. But then he be saying Michael Jackson, his daddy, and all kind of stuff. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He said a lot of crazy shit. Orlando Brown is not crazy. I don't think he's crazy. I think he says
he just doing it for attention, I think, because even for him to be telling their personal information about how he took her virginity and everything was kind of off of him. Like he's weird for that.
Have you heard his new rap? His new video?
No, why? It sounds like he's like on Earth.
No, the shit, like he
like
on
his
Earth.
shit on his shoulder.
It slap. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't even say it slap. It make you go like this. It make you go, okay, Orlando rap. But then once you start listening to his lyrics, you're like, hold on, my guy, you got like he makes sense. He puts the bars together, but it's a bunch of gibberish. It's a bunch of gibberish. And we can't play it on here for copyright reasons, but I would love to show you guys, but we can't play it on here for copyright reasons. But it is one of the most. I can't put my thumb on it. I can't put my thumb on it. So I would like for everybody out there to the Gasmasktribe.
Put the link on the. You can't put the link on there just for us to be able to go see.
Yeah, we can put the link. Hey, Biz, can we drop the link? Biz, get it.
Put the link.
Put the link. I'm telling you, like
privately.
It's something.
Drop the link. Drop the link.
Okay, so yeah, I say check it out. I like the song personally. I think it gives all these rappers that's out here that's rapping about shit, that's about some bullshit. It gives them a new light to look at. And to touch on that, there's a lot of cats out there giving love to P&B Rock. And there was one interview that I can say, if you can't check out the interview with the Tony Yayo breaks it down as far as you step into LA or when you step into any city and you flashing your chain and you flashing this, it's an interview with Tony Yayo from the G Unit Squad.
Hey, that Yayo.
Yeah, Tony Yayo. Check him out. So that was this, that was that, and that was this. Notice current events.
One, two, three, showtime.
Okay.
Gasmasktribe TV podcast where we fit to out that bull. Man, people, we're gonna have a great night tonight. I am going through a little technical difficulties, but we're gonna get that shit really nice. Thank y'all so much. We're gonna get in right into it, people. Miss Cat, Miss Positive Vibes with Cat. What's up, Miss Daisy? How you doing? Gang,
Hello.
gang, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys. Also, hit that like button. Y'all go to the Gas Mask Tribe. Y'all like all that good stuff over there. And yeah, let's get into it. Tonight, make it little juicy, okay? Gang, gang, gang. Gas Mask Tribe TV podcast. Positive vibe with Miss Cat, everyone.
Big booty with a big room. Big room, big room.
I love that you guys have Long Beach in the background. Thank you. Hi, everybody. So it's Positive Vibes with Kat. How are you? So we all know about all the stuff that's going on in Puerto Rico. And it's funny because my Positive Vibes was going to be talking about Hispanic Awareness Month, which started on the 15th and goes into October 15th. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Hispanic population is 18%. They're the largest minority group in the United States. But while we're focusing on the crisis that's going on in Puerto Rico, the positive vibe ask for everybody is to go to some kind of Puerto Rican owned business and do business with them, because a lot of these people that are from Puerto Rico that have restaurants or stores or clothing, any type of business they have here, they're helping to support their family back at home. Let's not get that twisted. So not only are we recognizing the Latin American diaspora, but we're helping out people who actually really need it right now. So play it forward, do something for a Hispanic or Latin American company, business, particularly Puerto Rican businesses. Go eat at a restaurant, go try some Puerto Rican food, do something to help out and give back. That's my positive vibe moment for today.
Gang, gang, gang. So about the positive vibe, Latin vibes. How much Latin do you know? Do you know any salsa dances, Miss Cat?
I do, but I'm not good.
Come on, Miss. I got it. You got to move them
What
hips,
about
girl.
I
bachata?
mean,
Do
You got to
you
move
know how to do bachata?
but I haven't salsa danced
them
in like, oh my God, like 6 years. So
Really,
I gotta find me a
dude.
Latin lover.
Hey, you can find a Latin abuelita. Shit, teach you shit. They got them on almost every corner.
Yeah, there's classes. I think that I
Classes.
think you could dance. They have like these, like you can go on a date and take classes with your date, or you can go by yourself.
Fuck
And there's
that.
classes everywhere. It's on Groupon actually.
You are
There's like
black.
a steakhouse like out in Downey that has like salsa dancing. I forget the name of the
Miss
place.
Yeah, and right here in Huntington Park and in downtown LA.
You are black. There ain't no reason why you need. All you can do is gotta drop those hips, wiggle those hips.
That's what I'm saying. It's not hard to do. You just gotta have
Move
some good
the
life
left
in
leg,
town.
move the right leg, move the shoulders, get the shoulders going and going, and like a washing machine. All you gotta feel like is like a washing machine. You're just going.
Well, don't patronize any of those places unless it is Latin owned. Okay, we need to be playing it forward right now. So,
What places? What are you talking about?
like if
She
you go
wants you to support the Latin community. So make sure you support someone who owns those places.
yeah.
Americans, my tribe is Latin American. So for
So
sure.
I would like to. I wanted to look up a few spots, just people, so you guys can pour some Latin products that's out there, even Latin companies that's out there. I don't know if it's in your area, but in our area, so I would just say LA. So if you're in LA, you're looking for Latin products that you can just go check out. They also,
Or
I just
restaurants.
Yeah,
or
Puerto Rican.
restaurant.
Look up some Puerto Rican restaurants. There's like a couple good ones in LA. Forget the name of it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So I was going to bring up a list of Puerto Rican you know spots over in LA. Now I don't know where all you guys are at. I'm just dealing with LA because this is where I'm at. But you know what I mean. All you guys can just literally Google this shit. This shit is not hard. Some of y'all be like, "Where do I find one?"
look it
Auntie
up.
Google, motherfucker. You
Yeah.
know?
But it's Latin. It doesn't have to be Puerto Rican, right? You're just doing it because they're going through the natural
Yes.
disaster.
Yeah. So it's like if you know,
Oh,
like
okay.
a group of people are going through all this, like let's help them because their families are here and their families are supporting them back there, right?
Hmm.
So it's just a good way to say, we're standing with you guys and we're here to
And
help.
their stuff is actually more expensive. I don't know if you know that they charge them more for their products and their food and stuff and
What?
all the material. Yeah, because what happens is that when they get their stuff, like for instance, if it's getting shipped from China, like the United States of America makes them stop here at our port first. We go through it and then they send it back to Puerto Rico. But Puerto Rico is literally right before us. But they don't. I don't know why the government does it like that. So they charge them for that.
You know
That's
why?
kind of
Why?
ridiculous.
It's just one word. It's cocaína. Cocaína. It's drugs. Drugs is the reason why they do that. Well, we
Crazy.
want to make sure that we in touch with everything, and we make sure that you guys are not.
Yeah, but that sucks because it's not all the stuff. I guess they get shipped. They probably they just get charged for like food and all their
It does.
clothing materials and all that stuff. Like they get charged more.
Have you seen so some of the raids that they have like raided bananas, baby soap, all
This
type
drum
of
is fucking me up, bro.
dumb shit all the time.
That's crazy.
Great.
Man, sometimes I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just having a hard time with this drummer at the studio, man. He's just not. It makes me want to go in there and be like, dude, get your mark ass off the drum. Don't play drums, bro. This is a hobby for you. I do this shit as a living. You need to get your ass up and just go home and play in your room. You know what I mean?
Is
That's
he
how
paying for the room?
man.
If he's
Sometimes
paying,
people,
he does drum all night long as long as he's paying.
man. Hey, I don't give. Hey, sometimes all money ain't good for this shit. You gotta listen to that shit. I'm playing. I'm playing. You right,
Play drums in someone's house because whoever he lives with is probably like, go to the studio and beat your drum.
dude.
You got,
Fuck, it's hard, man. That shit is fucking like y'all don't understand how it's like. Have you ever heard a teacher scratching on the wall and it's like that fucking scrunchy ass shit? That's exactly what I feel like right now.
I grew up with drums in my house. So.
Maybe because it's annoying you because it's not exactly how you
No,
feel like
no,
you
no,
should
no.
go.
Oh no. Trust. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying I don't like drums. I'm a drummer myself. I've been playing drums since I was fucking
No,
2.
yeah, I know you're a drummer, but I'm saying he's not hitting the beat the way you feel like he should, so it's annoying you.
Believe that.
If you saw a female doing somebody's hair and she wasn't doing it right, it wouldn't annoy you.
Well, yeah, I've done that before.
Okay,
I
that's
was,
how I feel right now. I can't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? It's their world. You know what I mean? But we all have our opinions, right? We can't change it. But fuck, that shit, people, sorry about that. I needed a moment. That just was bothering me.
well, hey, his positive vibes is he needs.
I know.
Yeah,
I need some positive vibes.
someone's always messing her positive vibes up. It was me last time.
Last week I was like talking. I think what were we talking about? And then somebody started talking about how they hated the queen. I was like, can we wait till the positive?
Positive vibes.
Let's end it real quick.
Everybody was like, yeah.
Positive vibe with Miss Cat, everyone. You have anything you want to leave them with, Miss Cat, before we go?
No, just help out, the Latin American community, specifically Puerto Rican. Especially if you've never had their food, go try it. Go to one of their restaurants or go to one of their stores and just help them out.
That's right, people.
Big booty with a big room. Yeah, big room, big room. Big booty with a big room. Yeah, big room, big room. Big booty with a big room. Yeah. Rick's Melody. Champagne for the one who got with a nigga with no clue. Made a bitch
gonna throw away a beta male for an alpha male. No, because they know 9 times out of 10 that alpha male is not going to date her. So she will do what she can to keep the beta who's gonna take care of her, provide for her, give her all the love and emotion while she gets her rocks off with the alpha.
People, Gasmasktribe TV podcast where we filter out that bull. And of course, we got to have the conversation. Let's just have the conversation. Ooh. People, let's have the conversation. We're talking about it tonight. 19 striking alpha female, let's just say traits. That's just really untold tonight. I started off with this beta male shit because that was our last podcast. We talked about the beta male. So the ladies don't get it twisted. Like, y'all don't be getting on the nigga. Man, we spent, what, a 3-hour, 4-hour podcast on just betas? You know what I mean? So we went there with the betas. But we got to question the alpha female. Okay? And women, do you guys understand what he's meant, or do you like the video? Do you agree or not agree with him?
I don't agree with him.
You don't agree with him.
I'm a faithful person, so why would I leave one man for another? Like why would I still mess with one person and then use the other person? Like I would if I don't find okay, I feel like no one is perfect. So like if you don't have 100% what I want, obviously I'm gonna think like, okay, well, it's okay because no one is perfect. But if you're consistently being disrespectful, then yeah, I'm going to completely leave you, but not play games. Because when you're keeping one person around and then keeping the other person because they have two different qualities that you like, that's like saying I want the perfect man, but I want because most likely this person has something I like, that person has something else I like, so I'm gonna keep them around to make my perfect man. But now it just looks weird. Like that makes me look weird.
Isn't that
And
just position? Like doesn't necessarily mean you playing games, but you can be strategic in this whole
it's
field.
just loyalty. Like that's just loyalty.
Loyalty to who? To who?
It's just loyalty. I mean, if I'm just talking to them, but if I'm like, if he's making it seem like it's like, oh, like a woman would not leave, blah blah blah. So basically, she's probably having a serious relationship with one, and then going for the other because they have a whole different characteristic that they like, or something they see in them that they're like, obviously getting off of. I don't know, but I wouldn't. If it's a specific thing I cannot live without and that man does not have it, I would just leave him for the other person. If I felt like I wasn't happy in that relationship, why keep it going? Like I think that's just honoring each other and honoring each other's body and mental and emotional health. Because when you're doing all this stuff, honestly, you're playing with people's emotional, mental, and physical health.
You're right, but were you always that way, Daisy? Like I'm talking about 19, 21, 25.
When I was 19, 20, 21, I mean, like, I didn't get it. No, I was not mature enough to think. And then also, I've gotten cheated before, or I just felt like I was alone in the world, right? Because I was a foster child. So as long as I was a model, and it fed my ego, because I also thought like a man. It fed my ego, like, oh, I want him. So if I wanted him and I caught his attention and he wanted me back, it fed my ego.
Most women do
So,
that.
but I'm past
Women,
that.
not all of them. Not all of them, but most women do that. So that's why I asked you the question. Was it that same way at 19, 21, 25?
No, no. But it's also about how people are brought up, because I understand some
Sure,
people mature faster and they're taught since they were younger.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Agree. I would agree 100%.
So
And I think
go ahead.
I think a lot of women go that route usually because they've either been hurt. But when I was younger, I actually did think like that. Like I always been faithful. I've never cheated on my boyfriend. Never cheated on my boyfriend. So if I've always been that type of person. If I don't want to deal with you, I just won't deal with you and I will go and date around. But back then it wasn't like I think what you were asking me was like, were you always thinking in that way of being loyal? Yeah, I've always thought that way. Like even when I was going and dating and
Not
whatever and thought like a guy, but
no
I
no
thought like a guy while I was single. Like I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna get him and I'm gonna be his girlfriend and that's gonna be my boyfriend too. I
no
was
no
never like that.
not the loyalty, but the 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 way.
That feeding my ego part where I can have this guy and that guy and I had a list.
Yeah,
I've had that happen before, but I just never like I was not their girlfriend. I just never was like, oh, I want to settle down with you. And it's so funny because men are just like women. They do not like being treated like me.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We gonna get okay.
being a
Miss Cat. Miss Cat.
No, the
Miss
one
Cat.
thing
I
she did say
Girl
is
said
men don't
out.
like being treated like me. I would have to agree with that because dudes don't like being treated like, oh, thanks, bye. Like, you know
They
what I mean? Like,
cannot
because then
We
they start
don't
feeling
do
like,
thanks,
okay,
they
wait a
bye.
minute.
cannot receive what they dish out, right, Miss Cat?
No,
They
because
can
women don't usually act like that. So when you do and you dismiss a person, like say if you went to dinner, you was like, oh, thanks for dinner, and you just walk off and you don't even give him no love, he's like driving off like, did I
They
just
have
get
to
played?
yeah,
Like,
right.
what? Like, it's just a weird vibe, but that's neither here
And
nor there. That's a whole nother conversation. I think that your alpha guys are great men, so are betas. It just depends on the woman. Like, I don't like passive aggressive men, so I think that an alpha guy is very attractive. Um, doesn't mean that beta isn't attractive. It just depends on the woman, what she's looking for. Some women like to carry him along and baby the man a little bit more than another woman. Another woman may like a guy who takes care of business, who has good character, who's about his business, and she doesn't have to like massage him too much. She doesn't feel like she's needed too much. So it just depends on the woman, her personality, and what she's looking for. So that's why it's important to
what
date
you like?
and ask the right questions before you get into a relationship.
I think I like being needed. I also like being chased. So if you're not chasing me, I'm probably not gonna care too much whether you're in my face or not.
but that's everybody though.
so
Everybody likes to be
Like I
chased.
need your consistency on me. Like if I don't see
Everybody
that's
consistency, I'm like, I'm not
I just
chasing
Unfortunately,
you.
men
can I
start
just
chasing.
say one thing? I just want to let y'all know y'all sound so confusing. I don't even know whether to marry you, date you, or just be your friend, or just be neighbors. Like
Everybody should be friends. Everybody should be friends until you figure out, like, can I get along? Like, can I get along with this person for the next 50 years? Like, why would you not be friends with people and just get to know them and know that you actually like who that person is?
I know you're right. No, that's yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
yeah, but
I think it just depends on how you in the mentality that you go into it. Because sometimes if you go in being a friend, sometimes their mind don't work like that. They'll be like, okay, if we're just being friends, we're just gonna put you in a friends zone, and that's what you're saying. But if you're telling me you want something else, then my mind is going to go on, okay, I'm going to treat you like this because I treat my friends different than I treat someone that I like and I'm considering to be in a relationship with.
this is somebody you fucking. I get it. Now, let
Yeah,
me
I'm
say,
like,
let me say
that's
this. Let me say
It's
this.
not, no, it's not necessarily
It is.
someone I'm fucking and
Yes.
someone I'm like desiring to be with and see myself to be with in the future.
Anybody you
So it's
desire.
not just automatically. See, that's what y'all think. Women don't automatically just go into stuff thinking about sex. We don't think like that.
I
Our
know
mind
y'all.
is not like, oh, I'm going into this because I want him to go lay me down. That's not how we think.
Let me put down this law. Let me put down this law real quick. Anybody you considering to go ham with or go all the way, you have already mentally fucked that dude. That is a fact.
No,
You have anybody you consider that you want to get longevity with. You have before you even have sex with the guy. You've had sex with them in your mind. Yes,
who
you
told
have.
you that?
What do you mean? Who told me that? That y'all women.
Fantasy.
Hey,
Okay,
hey.
fantasize
They
maybe
don't know where you're
after I
going with
met
that, girl. They don't
you,
know.
and I actually like. Okay, there's a difference. I could fantasize about you after, or okay. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I look at a guy and be like, "Oh, he's attractive, right?"
Fucking
Like
him.
whatever. But I mean, not we don't go into a
Man,
situation being like, "Oh, tonight, like I'm automatically going to have sex." It's been situations, but not really. Like we
No,
don't go into a dating situation thinking like, "Oh, I just want to go because I just want someone to have sex with."
no
That's
one
not
said
what we're doing.
I,
Not
I,
when we're dating. Not automatically.
don't get me
I
confused.
wanna.
Don't get me confused. Don't get me confused because I never said just because you fuck them in your mind doesn't mean that fuck them in your mind on the first date. Now, even though I believe, for the most part, y'all do fuck them in your mind on the first date. Whether it took y'all
Yeah, I believe the way they say.
5 dates, 10 dates, you already mentally have fucked that dude already. Period.
Can
Period.
I see myself being physical with you on a first date? Possibly, yeah.
Cat don't agree. Why?
Which is probably why there is people that have one night stands or they, have sex on the first night or whatever. And
Yes.
sometimes it works out in the long term and sometimes it doesn't, you know?
I only disagree with you just because it depends on the woman and what her goal is in the dating cycle. Like for
At what
me, you
age?
should be
At what
dating
age
to
you
get
talking about?
married. You should not be dating just to have fun or have sex. So if you're dating to get married, your first date should be who is this person? Who is his family? What is his goals? Like sex is not even, you got to find out, is this person somebody that meets your standard that should be in your presence further past that day?
Like, do
And
you know what you bring to the table? Like, no.
so I to me, I'm not gonna look at a guy and go, "Oh my God, he looks good. I want to sleep with him." Because once he opens his mouth, that's gonna determine who this person is, not the
Okay,
body, not the physique, but what's in his mind.
fine,
So this
fine.
depends
Cat,
And
on the
even if I find you attractive and desirable, like she said, the first time you open your mouth or how you treat me on your first date, I'm gonna know like, okay, I want to take this further or not because of the fact of how you're treating me already on our first date.
fine. Cat. You strike me as a person that has stimulating conversation, right?
yes.
Yeah, you're a person that we let's say
I've been told that.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Like, look, you go on a date with a man that's been very hospitable. He's
Mhm,
checking all the boxes. Let's put it that
mhm.
way. I don't have to go down the list. He's checking all the boxes, and very very It has conversation, intellectual, this and that. You mean to tell me at any particular time in that conversation or that date, you're not going to undress him? You're not going to think impurity thoughts about what
No.
you can do?
No, because guess
Miss
what? On your first date,
Miss
your
Cat is
first
religious.
once
Don't
with
ask her
somebody
stuff like that.
you're meeting a portion of that person. You're not meeting the whole person, right? I'm not
Sure.
going to say you're meeting the represent what is that word? The representation of them, but you're not meeting the whole person. You're meeting who he wants you to see, which is fine. But
Yep.
you've got to dig a little deeper before. I don't get emotionally attached to a man or sexually attached to a man unless he intrigues my mind. I'm not a typical woman who's like, oh, he
That's
got
kind
a six pack. Let me get because
of
there's
I just
every guy
okay.
has a six
Okay,
pack.
so what you're saying is a person intrigues your mind. Now you're sexually attractive because you just said you
Um,
don't get sexually attracted until a person intrigues your mind, and that's the whole
yeah,
basis of what I said. I said if he got great conversation, he's intriguing your mind.
yeah, but
Blah,
you
blah,
made it sound like that's gonna happen the first date, and that doesn't.
no,
That happens
no,
every
it
time.
can, but it can happen on the first date. It can. I not to say that you are the person I dated, but I've
Yeah.
dated a woman similar, and was like, she's like, yo, you're like a breath of fresh air. I'm tired of dating these fugazi guy motherfuckers and this and that and boom boom boom. And I was, to be honest, I was just being noticed. But what I'm saying is, in your situation, it are you saying that same thing at the age of you at the age of 19, at the age of 21? Are you carrying that same energy?
Yeah, I mean, yes. It everybody's different. I was raised to date to marry, not date to date. Like my dad taught me early on, you do not You do not, just be out there like that because men will use you up. You date to marry.
I teach my daughters the same thing. Yeah.
And if
Thank
you're
y'all
dating
so.
to marry, you'll have a lot less drama in your life and you'll meet people really quick. And men will want to be with you within 3 to 6 months. They'll be talking about marriage or being with you because you're dating the right way.
Can I
Like,
ask it?
all men want sex, but when they see a woman preparing herself like a woman,
Question. Can I ask an intrusive question that really is not trying to disrespect you in no form or fashion? Can I ask it? Like, how many men have you slept with?
Can't answer that, but I will tell you this.
Okay.
I will tell you this. Y'all leave it at that. Can't answer that. Well, I was gonna say something, but I was like, no.
The reason it's a loaded question, and I get it.
I know it's loaded. That's why I had to be careful how I answered it.
Without the intrusiveness, I wasn't trying to be funny or anything like that. It's because
I respect it.
And I'm just saying, like I don't want to say I've met you before, but I've met you before. And I'm like, no, like, because from what I know, from what are you telling me, is I'm like, okay, cool. There's niggas out there with game, and I'm one of them. Like, and I'm just like, niggas is like, but there's niggas out there with super game, and I'm not that guy. I'm like, there's niggas who have played the part. They will play the part until you divorce.
I was going to tell you this. I was like, if you carry yourself right and a man wants you, whether he's an alpha, beta, or whatever, he'll wait for you.
Yeah.
That's all the women out there.
Okay, can I? Okay, all right. Check. No. Look, I heard. Look, that did it for me. That did it for me. Check this out. No, bullshit, Miss Cat.
Exactly.
I want to let y'all know.
I can call people right
motherfucking-
now on the phone. If a man wants you, if he really wants you, he'll wait for you.
Ain't no motherfucking alpha waiting. I tell you that.
You guys
got too many options.
Are so clueless. You're so clueless.
I'm just telling you true facts. What you think he's look? What you think? Okay, wait. What you think he's waiting when you?
No. I'm not saying he's not sleeping or messing around. I didn't say that.
I mean, he ain't waiting. He doing something else with someone else.
I didn't say may not.
Why are you trying to wait on you?
Control that, right? We can't control if a guy's honest or not. I said if he wants
he'll wait for you.
He'll wait for you, and he will.
Right, I'll wait for you while I'm getting some dome over here. I'll wait for you.
But you know what? At the end of the day, Biz, here's the great thing.
A lot of people waited for me when I was 18. Like, oh, I can't wait till you turn 18.
You are still respecting how I want to live my life, my standard life. If you want to have a lower standard of life, that's on you. You'll that's between you and your God, right?
I'm just a man.
If he wants you, and if any woman wants to get married, stop putting out.
Okay. Hey, gang, people. We just, you women, Gasmasktribe. This is the 19.
You're like, what?
19. I'm gonna just let the tape roll. We got some videos.
You know how many women are putting out and still got married, but it's so
I'm saying they won't get married. I'm just saying for the women who are putting out and they're trying to figure out, well, why am I not getting married, and why am I? Well, why don't you?
A lot of
Okay,
people.
wait. Okay. Because I know this can go, but before y'all get it all out, I want to play a couple of the other videos to give y'all some more perspective because we're going to get into the alpha woman, right? And but the comments. Someone has a question for you, Miss Cat. Also, someone said, UK said most women want an alpha. Someone wants an alpha, someone who will lead them. But nowadays, women are trying to be alphas, wanting an alpha when not showing what a man wants.
That's right.
JB says, or just the object. What's good, fam? Vanilla Gorilla. He said that's bullshit. Y'all hunt too. Lioness. A lioness, what a lioness is? She's hunting out there. UK says sex is a huge part of a relationship. Without it, the relationship will fail. Gang. GZ Dr. Forev says Cat is too smart. I wouldn't want to date her. I want someone who thinks 2 + 2 is 3. Yeah,
But did you hear what he said? That is so good that he said that, because that
it's a
type of
joke.
man he's looking for a woman who doesn't,
No,
you
it's
know
a
what I mean?
joke.
Like,
See, and no, that was a joke that
but it's
women
truth
love
to
to kind of
it.
pride on. No, no, but I see that a lot. I see how women would use things to pride on, but that was really a joke. It wasn't like I did. Most men wouldn't look at that as like we just look at that as a joke. We wouldn't look at that as like, oh, see, she's
No,
super
I
smart, and
think
that's why
some
he
guys
wouldn't mess
do
with
want
her.
dumb girls because they can do whatever they want to do, and she's clueless. I really do.
Um,
It's
okay,
Oh, I
true.
got a
fact.
question
It's
for
true.
Kat.
Uh,
It's true.
okay,
You
fact.
right. You right. But
UK
got a brother.
says, "Oh, I got a question for Cat."
I got a
What is
brother
the
Uh,
question?
who dates at the welfare system. So you know what I
his
mean.
question
Oh,
was,
I know
"How many
exactly who
times
that
have you been
is.
married?"
I know exactly who that is. Sending that question. I know who
He
you
said,
are.
"How many times have you been married?"
What what does that have to do with anything? First of all,
Well,
ask
they
the
had a
question.
question. UK said they had a question,
That's
and I
random.
guess it
Like,
was refer. I guess it was referring to when he asked you, when Notice asked you about, how many men you've been with, and I think he was kind of like
No
going a
woman
little bit
wants
more,
to answer that question for whatever reason. Why? Why is it?
Bitch,
huh?
what? You been married more than one time?
what if I've never been married? Like, I don't understand the question. Like, just because I gave advice to women,
No, I
Uh,
think a lot of men base the answer
judgment of you, yeah.
I
to
think they just want to know.
yeah, and that too.
I'm
Some
looking at
some
my.
niggas
I don't
curious.
know.
I'm sorry. I'm
Me,
sorry.
I was curious. I was just curious. I'm like, you know what I mean? But it had nothing to do with anything
And Miss
else.
Cat, you married right now, huh?
It's complicated.
Ah, it ain't that damn complicated.
Inquiring minds want to
All right,
know.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, Cat.
Gas Mask Tribe TV podcast where we filter out that bull. Let's get into the meat of the potatoes on tonight. Gas Mask Tribe gang.
Big booty with a big room. Big room, big room. Big booty with a big room. Yeah.
Wake the fuck up.
TikTok?
More. The I'm an independent, strong black woman, I don't need no man narrative is a scam. Here's why. Society has conditioned us to believe that we don't need anybody, we don't need any support, and we can do it all on our own. What a lot of us has accepted as normal is really not normal. Households were created to be two adults and children. The price points that the world is set in now requires two incomes. That's why you're working two jobs. And if we are not working two jobs, we have told ourselves that we have to go back to school, get higher education so we can make more money, which is a necessity. But wouldn't it be better if you had a whole team member helping you along? So we cut off all men who are not making at least six figures. We tell our baby daddies we don't need them because you're not able to pay us substantial child support. So my kids don't need you. And we don't realize that our black men offer so much more than just their financial provision. They offer protection. They offer guidance. They offer leadership. They offer a masculine energy that absolutely depletes you when you have to provide that. You are created to be feminine. You are created to be the nurturer. You were created to be soft and loving. And we are having to play both roles because we are not allowing any man in out of fear that we're going to get the wrong man.
Big booty with a big room. Big room, big room.
Let's talk about it.
True. I agree with her.
I definitely fear trying to get the. I fear a lot about getting the wrong man. So yes, I do fear that.
But we shouldn't fear. We shouldn't fear. We just ask the
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something about fear that I truly believe that, and I always say I could be corrected. I always stand strong on that. That I could be corrected. I can be corrected. But fear is false evidence appearing real. It's your own way.
Wait, what?
Fear is false evidence appearing real. Pretty much. It's like it doesn't exist in a sense. You get what I mean?
False
So
evidence appearing real.
Fear is real. It's just we shouldn't fear. We shouldn't have a spirit of fear, right?
Okay, cool. All right.
Jay,
It's
you're
real.
Let me
People
let me
are
let me
fear.
know.
What?
If a lion came knocking down your door right now, you would be in fear.
So you want to so you're conflating danger, being in danger with fear.
Isn't it the same thing? Danger, fear, it's the same thing. It's the
But
feeling
fear
you get when
pushes
you're in
you.
danger. You're gonna be scared if a lion, if you turned around right now, there was a lion behind you, you are going to be scared.
I'm in danger. I mean, I'm trying to
But that's
survive. This
that's
nigga's about
scared,
to eat
scared,
the shit out
scared.
of me. That's different than fear. That's a whole big element
Like
than
the
fear.
movie Beast.
I think
Yeah,
scared
like
and
the
fear
movie
is the
Beast.
same thing. Danger is when you see fire and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get to the other side of
Yeah,
that fire? You're in danger, but you're not scared yet.
right, because fear is the, like he said, it is the evidence of what's not true or what's supposed to be there. Because when you like
Because you truly don't know until it happens.
if a person put a gun to my head, I'm not in fear. I'm in danger. So danger
I'm gonna
is
be in
is
fear and it's
act,
dangerous.
I'm in fear and in danger.
Correct. You're gonna be scared. Don't even try. If someone puts a gun to your head, you're gonna have a moment of, oh my gosh.
that's why they say fear of your life and not danger, and not danger of your life, or they say in danger of your life. That's why the phrase are different. You can be in fear of your life, of danger, of your life being in danger. Your fear for your fear, the fear of your life to be in danger. Danger comes first. Period.
You guys are about to be hunting and making what? Lion meat? What the heck?
He's stupid. You came in stupid. But that's that's what I'm saying. Like I'm seeing how like women aren't looking at the real picture here, right? And
But
they're
there's
just
so
like,
many men out
I
here
don't
missing. That's the truth. That's the reason why we're in fear. Because we're already
know.
seeing it.
It takes two to tangle, right? So
That
if
has
the dude
nothing
don't
to
want
do with it.
if the dude ain't trying to deal with the female, right? Because of something that she has, like she may be tripping on him or whatever the case may be, and then he does what commonly most done, he cheated and blah blah blah, whoop, right? And then you look across the board, there's more dudes that's more willing to be loyal to their relationship than hypergamy.
Well, until I find that one, I will be like, I'm kidding.
That's why that's why we got what we got, people.
You know,
That's
it's
my
freedom of
son.
choice, and freedom is power, and choice is power.
But too much freedom is scary. It's dangerous. Too much freedom.
Why?
You know what I mean? Like
How is that?
Too much freedom is dangerous because then you think you can do whatever you want to do whenever
do
you
it.
want
Yep.
to, however you
Yep.
want.
Yep. See, when men think of things, we think of it in depth, like, yeah, whoa, whoa. When women think of things, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not a woman, but I come to seem like when women think of things, they think of things at the moment. It's like, oh no, it's not. Right now, it's not. But you ain't looking 6 months or a year ahead or 3 years ahead from now. This shit looks crazy. You know what I mean? So I can see how like strong independent women would be like, no, I ain't. If he ain't got it and he ain't got 6 figures, if he ain't got what I got or more, then I don't really need to holler at him, or we don't need to talk because what we gonna talk about, you know? And it's like, damn. When I believe money should not be a value in your relationship. Like if you guys together, you guys should be able to bring that money together and make that more prosperous. But why is held over a motherfucker's head though? I make more than you. I pay all the bills, motherfucker. What you doing? It's like, damn. So all I am just money. Then the truth comes out. Oh, you a gold digging motherfucker. Well, let me stop though. Let me stop. Gasmasktribe TV podcast where we filter out that bull. We go hit some of these comments. UK says too much freedom will get you hurt or killed. Also, Jay Smooth, he says it go both ways. but they too focus on social media and how they life supposed to go. Damn.
Facts.
Sheesh. Are we using social media as a standard now?
Social media has been a standard for a lot of women and a lot of men
What?
and a lot of men. Period. It's one of those things. Is like I have to constantly remind, not constantly, not anymore, but before I had to constantly remind my daughters, like, yo, this shit is fake, man, and to show them and give them evidence, like, yo, look, this person, boom, don't look like that on the pictures. Boom, they don't look like that every day.
Exactly.
I don't look like in my Facebook picture. I don't. But well, for the most part, I do. But just saying, I'm being real.
This is what I look like without makeup, y'all. On
have,
some real days. This is the real me.
That's the
girls
cool
can
thing
do
about
that.
being a
Raw.
woman.
Some
Is you
girls
can
can do
be so plain Jane, and the next day you can put on some lashes, change your hair, and just be
And
bomb.
just see the
That's why women are so
transformation.
beautiful.
what that got to do with a nigga though? What that got to
I
do
mean,
with
because
guys?
men can't really put on lashes.
Hey, it's
and
true
change
though. I went
their
on a
hair.
date one time and I was like, damn, he look, he got pretty hair.
You
And then
guys
I
can
went and
put
I
a
was like,
beard.
damn, you look like a whole drug addict.
Yeah, like you can do a beard and you can grow your hair out, but usually that makes you look worse. Or you can
It's
cut your
Jay
hair off and be
hold
bald,
on,
and that may look
hold
make
on,
you look
Jay
hold
Smooth, Jay Smooth said they won't never admit it in front of humanity.
whenever admit what.
Look, look, a
You
lot of
can't say shit. My Facebook is good. I can't. Go ahead,
And
Notice. I'll
some
let you
people
take over the
50 and
comments,
still
Notice.
got their 20-year-old pictures up there.
read that.
People going after them because they look fun. Oh, yeah, people be faking the fun.
You gotta hold that
Hey,
shit.
but some people actually don't age that bad, and some
Yeah,
people do.
yes.
Some people do.
Yeah, but
People, we
Because I've
talking
seen some
about.
friends
Oh,
from school, and I'm like, "Who are you?" They look totally different. I can still wear the same clothes I wore in high school.
you're lucky. I can't fit those motherfuckers.
Yes,
I
you
can
are
fit all my
definitely
clothes.
lucky. I wish I was 125 pounds.
Aw,
Wish I
I
was
can
Gas
fit
100,
Mask,
all my clothes.
150, 160 again. Shit.
Gas Mask Tribe TV podcast where we filter out that
And
bull.
guess what? I'll
We're
be
gonna
one
get
of
to
y'all
this.
statistics. I'll be one of y'all
Go,
statistics. Talk about this nigga ain't doing these hoes right. Fucking right. Y'all put me at 160 pounds again. This
Jay
nigga ain't
Smooth said, "Go ahead."
loyal.
Jay Smooth said, "I'm fine, nigga. Fridays, I'm fine, nigga. Fridays every day with this beard. Fuck you, mean? Fuck you, mean?" Gas Mask Trap TV podcast where we filter out that bull. We're gonna get right into it, people. Right here, it's our last video before we get into the 19
We went
things.
off subject just now.
I know we did. Yeah. But
Our
we're
subjects
gonna
are
get back
always
on. We're
off.
gonna get back on. We're gonna get back on. Gas Mask Tribe, let me play this video for y'all right quick.
I'm
Boom.
looking at my mom as a superhero because she was holding the house down.
Right.
What I'm doing as far as holding myself down and being an alpha female, which I didn't ask to be,
Right.
is protecting myself and protecting my kids. And if I even jump into a relationship, I'm still holding it down. What you're doing is just self-destruct, period. So of course you can't use that as an excuse. Mine isn't an excuse. It's just what I had to do.
When you say it's not self-destructive, you're right. What is destructive to your relationship when you run into a man and he has to climb a barbed wire fence before you trust him to lead because of your upbringing. See, and let's just be honest here. If you run into a guy who's actually solid and he comes in with structure and the plan and everything that we get to talk about, women don't just, okay, you know what, you can have it regardless of what he's showing her. He's showing her he a great dude. Still, she has to get over said programming that she was a kid. And that's what I mean by you may not be self-destructive, true,
Right.
but you're destructive to the relationship.
That was cruise season, everyone. Cruise season. You know what I mean? Y'all go check out that podcast. I fucks with them tough, man. Y'all go see us over there.
Totally. I agree with him totally.
So, but go ahead, yeah.
No, it's true that like very rarely though do women have a man who comes with a plan. So when he does, you need to fall back because he's showing you what a man's supposed to be doing, and we're supposed to be led and guided. And when a guy does that, even if you have better ideas than him, you should still listen and go, "Oh, I like that, babe. What do you think? What do you think about this as well?" And let him say, "Oh, you know what? Yeah." Because it's so hard to find a man who is driven, who is a leader. And when you have it, you better fall back. That's just it.
So if he doesn't have it, he got to fall back.
No, the woman should fall back because you have somebody who's taken. If a man comes in your life and he's saying, "Look, this is what we're trying to do. I'm trying to do this," she should be thanking God that somebody's there to take the load off of her.
Right. I understand that. But what if he doesn't have it and he's interested?
If he's not a leader, but he wants to be a leader,
No, he just don't have all the qualities, not the qualities, but the elements, the check boxes. He doesn't have all the boxes checked. You know, he might not have all the finances, but he's on his way.
you don't have to have finances. You have to just know how to deal with the finances you have. So
But what if he's in, what
You're
if
not gonna have 100% of all the freaking
yeah,
boxes. If it's
like if you say
100%,
you're the money person, like
that's
this
not
woman
gonna
is the
happen. Not
money.
everybody.
Comes
It's
in and says,
perfect.
"Hey,
Nobody's
look,
perfect.
this is how we
I
should
get,
manage this
I
money."
get it. I get it. What if he's immature in a lot of those areas, but he's willing to learn?
That's a perfect guy. That's a
No, it's
perfect
not.
guy.
That's not a
Yeah,
perfect
it
guy.
is because he's willing to learn. Like this, and the other thing, we have a guy who doesn't know, and he's too stubborn and prideful to know that. Hey, you know what? This person may be a little brighter in this area than me. So that's when you have to come together and say, okay, look, this woman's stronger in this area. I'm stronger in this area. Babe, I'm a lead in this, this, and this. And babe, you lead in this, this, and this. He has to be at least smart enough to know, okay, I'm gonna let her lead in certain things, but she needs to know I'm the man. And as long as he does that, he's always gonna win her over every
Which is
single
hard
time.
to do. It's hard to do.
Hey,
It's not if you
I
date the right woman.
Not a lot of men are mature
Miss,
enough, and not a lot of men
Day and age.
sacrifice.
No, Kat, I get you 100%, but that's hard to do in this day and age. It's
No,
hard to
it's
do.
not. No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is. Look,
Look at me. I'm a woman I'm independent, whatever. I've dated people who they've said, look, I'm gonna let you know that I like to run things this way and this and this and this. Are you okay with that? I have to go, okay.
yeah, but a
Right?
nigga gotta go look under a rock to find your ass.
There's women out there.
There's women out here that is
Yes.
willing to fall back on certain
Yes. And he
situations.
has to say that though. That's the key thing is a man has to let the woman
No,
know, look, I'm letting you
I'm,
know up front. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna be
have the
honest.
last final
Like
say.
a
I
lot of the
respect
time,
you, I'll always honor you, but I'm gonna have the final say. When a guy sets the stage like that, there's two things that's gonna happen. Either the woman's gonna go, okay, and she's gonna fall in line, or she's gonna be like, and that man should go, thank you, Surrender. It was nice meeting you. This isn't gonna work because
but you
she's
know
listening,
what?
not gonna
A lot of men go for the younger women because they feel like they're either more easier to manipulate, or they're a little bit more gullible, or you know what I mean. They don't know how to speak up, and they're easier to control.
True. I mean, men can go with whatever, but if they want a power player, like somebody who's going to be a partner where they can get stuff done, they need a strong woman. They just need to make sure they put their foot down and let her know, hey, I'm going to have the final say in this relationship on all things. I will let you lead in certain areas. I'll let you have, your say in certain things, but I just want you to know that. Are we okay with
honest,
that? Once he starts that conversation like that, he's setting the stage. So she either says, "Okay, I'm with that," or she's going to be mouthy and not be with it. And at that point, that's
so
when she needs to make a decision to cut ties with her.
so
She's not on page.
so that's yeah, that's I appreciate you guys found that part and y'all filtered that part out with the a man having a plan, right? Because he was talking about that.
Yes.
But from how did it get to that point was the alpha woman, right? And her noticing like her relationship, she could be very detrimental to her relationship because of that strong, you know what I mean, atmosphere. And that's something that what tonight is about, right? Is on noticing or how do we filter out the alpha woman? Maybe men are looking at it too rough. You know what I mean? Maybe I see that where some women are like, well, fuck it. I'm this way because I'm this way. You should be able to appreciate what it's show what they say. Uh, what's it? Oh, being insecure. You see, you're insecure and all of this. Bullshit, right? And it has nothing to do with. I don't think it has anything to do with a man's insecurities. And I really think it has a lot to do with how the woman looks at the man. You know. Like we always say this thing that a woman will yield depending on who the man is, right?
That's true.
Now,
Boom.
now,
That's right.
right. But I believe the way women are raised, like the way we talk is as if the women were raised back in the days, right? But the way women are raised nowadays, they don't even notice. They don't even notice those things. They don't even come at to like, what is your 5 year plan? What do you look at doing? What are what are you doing now? Like they don't even
Okay.
look at. They just kind of go off they go off a man's looks. Like just because he showed these attributes, right? And everything that glitters ain't fucking gold.
But
And we
you
could
just
see the
answered
proof
your own
in the pro.
question. You
Wait,
just
wait, we
answered
could
your own question.
but we could see the proof in the pudding, right? And just because men, quote unquote, may have these things, that still doesn't give the woman a right to become this strong attitude of woman, right? And it's a lot of times because of how they were raised by their mothers, right? And their mothers had to, quote unquote, get out there and make it happen. But that was in those times. We're in a fucking different time now. What popped off then ain't popping now. You know what I mean? It's not. Like what popped off when my great grandfather was coming up, some great ass beta men. But the women back then deserved those type of men because they were, more, submissive women back then. They weren't like the women now. Now we got to become hard because the women is fucking hard. Like honestly, like if you
It's a
think about it,
circle of
there's no
life.
race. Wait.
It's a
There's no
circle of
race.
life because a
No,
lot of these women
wait.
lose
There's no
love
race
because
of
of the way
man.
that they were treated in a relationship.
No, it's bullshit. There's no
It's
race of
not.
man.
It's
There's
not.
no race
It's a
of man. I'm gonna
circle
talk
of
this shit.
life.
There's
I
no race
guarantee
of
you.
man. Hey, I'm gonna tell
They
you.
grew up
There's no
seeing the toxicity in their homes
no
because a
no.
lot of the
That's
women back in the
bullshit. They
day
grew up.
were
No,
not
that's
talking about the
let me tell you.
toxicity at home.
Let me
A
tell
lot of
you.
these women were being abused. They were
That's
not
true.
happy at
You
home.
can't
They're
use the
still being
woman,
abused.
but
Yes.
Jack, that's a small number compared to
Some
all the other
people,
fucking women.
dude, a lot of these
Well,
women were hung on drugs or either in a home where they were
Bruh.
being submissive or trying to be submissive,
No,
but they
no,
were unhappy in a relationship. You
no.
even talk about how many women have cheated on their husbands.
Nope.
Equally, almost equally amounts because of the fact that they were not happy at home.
Just because they wasn't happy didn't mean they didn't have control. They had control. A lot of women had control at home.
But see, back in the day, people was all about what we look like. We want to look
See,
like we have it all
no, see,
together. So if I divorce him, I look bad, or if I divorce her, it's gonna make me look bad. It's all about presentation of what it looks like to other people outside my home, and that's what it was all about back in the day.
Jeezy Dr. Forever says Daisy is right. It's easier to go for a younger woman because they put out faster and you don't have to spend a lot of money on dates. I stay caked up with the coupons.
I don't need him to knock it off.
I knew he was going somewhere.
You gonna take the coupon, huh? Take her to Mickey D's.
You know what I mean? Hey,
You
because
could
that's
pull
what
for $1.
No, they got those
Fifty
burger
burgers for $1.
No, they got
my
those burger
mentor.
specials, bro. They got those
Yeah.
burger specials.
Hey, my mentor told me do not give them steak when they only deserve a hot dog. So I just took a
well,
step.
that's not right either. Every woman
What
deserves
you mean
steak.
that's fucking not right?
Because every
What?
woman deserves steaks. It's just if you're not with
She
the right
don't be she. Hey,
person,
why
if
am I
you're not
giving
with the
her?
right
Check.
person for
Why am I?
you should just
No,
exit to the
check.
left.
Hey,
That's
hey.
it.
Why am I
You
going to
should.
give? Why am I going to give her something that she's not even accustomed to? That don't even
I
make
know
any
you
fucking
said
sense.
that some people don't deserve it. I'm just telling you, everyone deserves it. Maybe not from you,
What the
right?
fuck?
You're
Every
already
woman.
You
teaching
get
her
what?
that
Hey,
she
hold on,
needs to
hold on,
admit
hold on.
her,
Notice, look.
that she's
I saw
not
these the
right.
other night. You get what you negotiate. Right?
No,
That's
there's
that's
no.
just yes. That's a part of corporate America. That's life. That's how you move. If you're gonna be able to move throughout life and be able to custom something, get something, you got to be able to move swiftly. So you just can't move in this motherfucker like, oh, I could just for free.
No,
What you
you
say for
move with
free?
wisdom.
Look. The whole point is that you
Look
do
here,
not
bitch.
look.
Look
You
here,
do not
bitch.
give. Wait. You do not give. If she came from the
I'm gonna need
fucking,
I'm gonna
this
need
ain't
some
no
carne
fucking
asada.
Cinderella story. This ain't no Disney, and that's the whole point. Every female thinks it's a fucking Cinderella story. I could come from nothing and meet a prince, and I could live in this fucking castle. No, that shit doesn't happen like that. It doesn't.
It did for
Really,
Meghan
because I
Markle.
got married at 21.
It did for Meghan Markle. She came from Compton or whatever, and she is a prince.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, tell me how many other females came from Compton and married a prince?
Well,
I'll wait.
that's a
I'll
crazy
wait.
story,
Hey,
though.
my baby daddy a prince in Nigeria. My
I'll
son
wait.
is too.
Are y'all married to him? Is you married to him?
No, but I don't want to marry his ass.
I'll next.
I don't want to marry him. I don't want to marry him. He's
Here's
crazy.
what I say. Here's
Nigerians
what I
are
say.
crazy.
Every man.
Okay.
if
So
he
what if
ends up
there was
with
a
the
man
wrong
that
woman,
you
it's
wanted to
nobody's
wait.
fault.
Hold on. We're gonna correct this here. What if there was a man that you wanted to marry? He didn't want to marry you.
What? You shouldn't be with him. It's just
She's-
a man.
I
A
shouldn't
man
want to marry
finds a
him
wife.
either. Like, I'll be okay with him. But look,
Oh my
He
God!
doesn't want to marry you.
Hold
why
on.
would I
I'm trying
sit
to
here and
understand
cry over
this.
so what when I never had him?
Just because he doesn't want to marry you doesn't mean you shouldn't be with him. That doesn't mean that.
What?
It
She
depends on
made
what
a
your
statement
religious
earlier.
background
She
is.
made no. She made a statement earlier was I didn't want to marry him, right?
I
Right?
know.
You
I'm
said
saying
I
that
didn't want to
depends on
marry
what
him,
her
right?
moral
And I'm
standards
saying,
are. Some people like don't want to get married. That's their
and
business.
I'm saying, well, what if he didn't want to marry you? Is it the same? Like, would you still pursue it if it's the man you wanted to marry, but he didn't want to marry you,
You're
but you
talking
wanted to
No,
marry him?
because I'm a woman and I need to stay in my woman energy place. I'm
Oh,
not
now we
supposed
need
to
to
be.
stand.
I'm not going to follow you around and run after you. I'm not chasing after you. I attract. I don't freaking chase.
See,
So
What?
it is what it is.
What?
I get it. I get it. I get it.
No,
I
I
get it.
understand. I understand it. I don't
don't.
get it. I don't get it.
I know, but I'll roll with it.
No, sure. I understand that you don't want to chase, but what? You
That's
said
y'all think that because the person has all this money. Like I literally dated someone in Carson that literally had 2 homes and everything, but he had a crazy ex-girlfriend still knocking at his door. Had her on a freaking had her on had what is that called when you have the police write a report so that they won't yeah. So all of that, you think I'm gonna want to stay there and be married to a man that got all that drama?
why not? Why not? He got all the check
Why would I? Why would I? You obviously leading this girl on for her to be going this crazy. You obviously doing something. Even if I'm staying at your house, you still doing something for this heifer to be knocking at your door, and you not really doing anything about it.
You should
other
want to
than put her
knocking down the nigga doors. You should want to like, yo, you go out in public, you be like, oh yeah, that's my guy. And bitches be over there like, oh, I want your dude.
That's right. What they're saying. That's a boy, not a man. That's so true. Men don't do stuff like that.
Do stuff like what?
What she's talking about. Like you're with a boy. You're with a male boy. That's all that is. Men don't do stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
Men.
But you see, hey, one thing I do see is go ahead.
Messing with there's men that's messing with girls. Then I think that I'm understanding
the female girls.
But that's a lot of them. See, men. It always said that women are like they mature more than men, right? They first
faster, yeah,
faster, right?
But there's always exceptions to that. There's some women who are still acting very, very immature.
This day right now, this day and age, men they're mature more a lot faster. Well, I can't say they're mature a lot faster, but they have their cards ready. A lot
they're
of
ready
men
to settle down, yeah.
They have their cards ready, and women are girls are like, oh, I'm not ready.
Correct. And you know what you should say as a man? Thank you. Nice meeting you. And move on. Like, why are you wasting your time? Like, if you know this, I'm dealing with a female girl when there's female women out there, why waste your time? Like that's not like the whole alpha thing, huh?
We're considered hoes when we do that. Most men.
No. When I say move on, that don't mean hit it and quit it. Don't hit it. Don't even hit it.
What? Why not? Rika,
No.
See,
Okay,
that's the
no.
problem.
What's considered to you a hoe? Okay, because a hoe to me is a person that's still messing with someone else and still dealing with that and still leading that person on. And you're saying, me and you're still, we're in a relationship.
who
And I
has no
don't want to let you go because of whatever you're giving me and
Oh
however
my
you're making me
god,
happy.
that is
But then I'm
confusing.
going to go and have sex with this person
too
because
much.
you making me feel like you don't want something solid yet.
That's too
So
much.
that to me is like
Notice. Could
inconsistency.
I just say so? I'm gonna let you go, notice. But I was sitting here like, oh my
That's too much, man.
gosh, this is
I was,
fucking crazy.
I was
But
Sometimes I'm so
it is.
sorry,
You,
ladies. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just be an asshole and say this shit.
because your
Sometimes when
relationship is the
women are
basis of
talking, when women,
your marriage.
well, check when women are talking sometime, and then they start like kind of like I'll be like, okay, where they going? Like it just starts sounding like za 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 za. I'm an asshole for doing that, but that should be something
It's
like
because it's something you don't want to hear because you probably done did some stuff
no.
in the bag. You got some dirty clothes in your basket, mister.
no,
I'm
nigga.
Dirty
I
Harvey.
do.
I'm
I
Dirty
do.
Harvey.
Clothes, nigga.
I'm
I'm
Dirty
wearing.
Harvey.
I don't
Here's
give a
what I
fuck.
can say. I just want to encourage anybody, women or men who are alphas or betas, don't think that how you are is a negative or bad thing because God made you exactly how you are for the person that you're supposed to be there for. And any type of person, whether they're alpha or beta, you can work together as long as you understand each other and what each other brings to the table and what your downfalls are, what your positive things are and what your downfalls are and come together and work those things out together. That's it. Like you don't it's not as hard as we make it out to be. I think relationships are a lot simpler than we try to make them. They're simple.
Miss Miss Days, you want to give a closing remark before we get to the 19 things?
I
No,
have nothing to say, sir.
big note. It's not that you like because I don't want to sound like blah, blah, blah. No,
Because that's who you was talking about when I was going blah, blah,
no.
blah, blah, blah.
No. It's just that sometimes I can when I'm like when things don't make sense to me. It could be with a guy talking too. It ain't got to be like mostly women, but it's just that sometimes when people just like when they're going and I'm like that. What you're saying is nowhere near the actual thing that you came off of, right? It's like the whole part, right? To us, the men, it's just a bitch you fuck a lot of niggas.
That's it.
Like she just love fucking. It's like she a hoe, a nympho, whatever you want to fucking call it. Like,
You break it down though,
uh,
like you like oh da 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 da
you
da.
know,
No, we don't look at it that way.
we
Bitch,
t-
dick, go home. Go home.
yeah, she would big dick Larry. She would, little Tommy. She would
All at the
everything.
same time. And you,
It don't
Yeah.
have to be all at the same time. It could be every day. It could be every week. I mean, it just the
At the
bitch
same
got
time,
bottoms.
goddammit. Yeah, at the same time, this is what it is.
y'all
It's what it is.
wrong.
Yeah, no, it's not wrong. It's
Fuck
not.
no.
She's
I,
look. I'm happy for
married,
you.
I
If that,
married a hoe. Look, fuck that. I married a hoe. That bitch is a hoe. Fuck her. Fuck
I
her.
hope she is not
I
watching.
notice. I like actually notice this.
Look,
Notice, can
she
you
is.
turn?
She knows she hoe. She knows
Hey,
she hoe.
look. I
Nigga,
like actually notice this. Hey, notice. Can you turn a hoe to a housewife?
no, you fucking can't. I tried. I tried. I
You,
tried. Went against the grain. I was like, no,
Hey,
I don't think you good. And no, she
notice. She
pregnant.
was.
she
Notice.
pretty. She got a
Hey,
lot of
notice.
hoes in
No,
different
no.
area
Hey,
codes.
notice. Hey, that goes back to my shit. Notice. Hey, she don't deserve steak. Give her ass a hot dog.
That bitch, hey, she don't even deserve a hot dog. She deserves to steak nose.
Top
Yeah,
ramen.
no, she deserved pizza bagels.
Pizza bagels. I'm gonna need y'all to knock it off.
Straight up. Get some pizza
We
bagels.
just calling it how we see it. All right, people. The first one of noticing and alpha, the striking, right? I found this through a website called liveboldandbloom.com. So I'll put the link back there so everyone everyone in the chat can check it out. Also, us here on the panel can check it out. Oh, got it. And let me put that in the private chat for y'all. Now, you see the what to call it. Now I'm going to be reading the description. I put the link in the background so you guys can also check it out yourself. And so let's start with the first one. Oh, well, my bad. Let me hit some of these comments before we don't get too far ahead. Because sometimes we get too far ahead and these comments be like fucking us up. Hold on one second. Um, Domino, what up, cuzzo? Domino says, he says, oh, you want to go ahead? Notice?
I can't see that shit. I'm sure.
Oh, okay. I got it. Let me do it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to disagree. Younger women are IMO. I don't know what that means. Independent motherfuckers. Offensive. I don't know. Vowel beings because of the OF, cam soda, etc.
I don't know what type of stuff is.
Once they hit the level, then they feel men ain't doo doo. When living in a completely different era today compared to back then. Sure.
Um,
I'm sorry that men think that way about all women. That's
no, motherfucker deserves a steak. There's a hot dog. There's a hot dog.
UK also says not wanting to marry but have a child by him
make it make
make
sense.
sense.
Facts. That's true.
Also, UK says women need to stop saying what a man is. Woman don't even know what a man wants, so can't say what a man is.
When we date y'all, we find out what y'all want for the beginning.
When we
Y'all just
date y'all, we find
a
out
lot
what
of
y'all want
men,
from the beginning.
like y'all said, a lot of men be capping and lying and got games. So here's what it is.
Hey, UK says men had a restraining order on her. Men had a restraining order on her, but somehow was leading her on the math ain't mathing more. Like the bitch was crazy. Also, Domino says, unless you're Safari, that guy is a clown. Also, he says, the first time I'm sitting on a live, this is cool. Hey, man, we appreciate you being here, man. We really do. Maybe we could get you to tune in during the after hours. Call in. There's a title. It's called Sexual Healing. Also, pizza bagels more pricey than hot dogs.
Oh, he said take it back to the hot dogs.
Yeah, he said take it back to the hot dogs.
Let's get to it, people. Let's get to the 19 things before we get out of here, people. The first one is she's an independent self-starter. What they mean by that, the alpha woman is an independent woman that doesn't wait around for someone else to tell her what to do or to motivate her to get things done.
Is that a good quality or a bad one?
Wait. Those she still has off days. The alpha woman, the alpha female is probably quickest to get back up and get things done, back in motion for the benefit of those she loves.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If I'm down, you know what I mean? We're gonna need somebody to keep this thing going if I'm down. You know?
Yep.
Shit.
So I don't have no problem with it. Number two, she has self-respect and dignity. Right? The alpha female does alpha female don't let anyone decide for them what they're worth and what they should expect from themselves or others. The alpha woman is no one's doormat, nor does she treat others such. She won't violate another's respect. I'm sorry, I gotta blow this up right here. I'm sorry, y'all. Self-respect or dignity to spare her own. Now, there's a lot there. That sounds like a man. That sounds like, you know what I mean. It just sounds like masculine traits. Like that sounds. It just sounds like a dude. Like if I all I gotta do is just put man. Alpha men don't let don't let anyone decide for them or what they're worth or what they should expect themselves from others. Blase blase. The alpha is no doormat. Blase. It sounds like a man. Like that would be like a man's perspective. Like you know what I
Doormat
mean?
is not a man's perspective. Men never say, "Hey, I'm not a doormat. You can't just walk over me."
No. What I'm saying is it sounds like as if they're talking about a man. You get what I mean? Like that's what I'm listening to.
I didn't
I'm
think about a man when you were reading that.
No, neither did I.
having respect. Okay, so like having like the way it's told here, this is a very masculine trait,
It
right?
sounds
The
like
way
a
it's
man.
told.
Having self-respect and dignity is a dignity is a
No,
map.
see the way you're using it doesn't. That's just self, awareness, right? We're just talking self-awareness, right? But when it goes to say like they don't let anyone decide for them, they don't let them tell them their worth and blah blah blah. Like
That's
you
a
set your
personal
own
definition.
standard. No, but that's what it says here. It just sounds like, what I mean, what her self-respect and dignity as an alpha woman. It's not saying as a feminine woman, like feminine women don't respect themselves or less masculine women. It's not saying that. It's just saying these are the traits of the striking traits of a
And
fucking
no one
alpha
else can have
woman.
control over her. Yeah.
Sounds like
If
a
you're
man.
married to me, I have control over you. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
That's true.
So I'm not gonna deal with no fucking alpha woman in a
What?
marriage. That's the whole point.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make okay. You could be an alpha woman and be with a man and he rule over you. Like
If
why would
she's an
you be
alpha,
intimidated?
no. See, that's the part. I'm glad you said that because I gotta play this video. This lady says, she said, I'm an alpha woman. I can't be with an alpha man. It's just gonna clash. She
Yeah,
even
but you
says it.
just
I
said
need
you
to.
couldn't be
She
with a
says,
woman
no.
who's an
Look,
alpha
she
woman.
says I should be with a beta man. She says I want a beta man because I'm an alpha woman and I know that I can't really change that by myself because I'm very strong. I'm I'm very hard led. I can, what I mean, do things, maneuver shit, blah blah blah. And there are men out there that don't mind a woman leading, so it's not a bad thing, right? If you understand where you fit and you understand, like, okay, cool, I want this type of man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I can identify that. All I'm saying is for women to like really identify themselves for what they are, right? And see their traits. Like, well, if you want to be an alpha woman, then you should be with a beta man. This just only makes sense. Honestly, most women are raised to be with beta men. We had this fucking conversation last podcast. Most women are raised to be with a beta man. They look for an alpha because they want an alpha until they meet an alpha and they're like, oh my God, he's too much. He cheats. He this, he that. You
Well,
got too
that's
many fucking
different.
options.
Being an alpha doesn't mean you have to be a cheater. That's two different
Oh
things.
my gosh. Betas ain't cheating. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Betas ain't cheating like that.
Alphas aren't cheaters.
Unless they got millions or billions of dollars and they got the option just running to their doorstep like that, like a Jeff Bezos or some fucking,
A beta's
you know
not
what I
cheating.
mean?
Where's the beta?
But a beta?
Alphas and betas can
Betas
be
ain't.
faithful
Yeah.
people. Like that's
Betas
not.
be cheating too.
You can only get what your
Yeah, that's
options
the
give you.
thing. Yeah, but you're making it like all
Look,
betas
you only
are
have a few
faithful, and that's
options.
not
Put
true.
it together.
All beta men are not faithful. Like, let's just stop. Like, that's just you're putting way too much on it.
That's the part of them being a beta.
No, that's not. And there's guys who are sneaky and quiet who aren't leaders and they'll cheat all day long. So it's not about beta or alpha.
95%, 95%
No.
men are betas, and then
Uh,
5%, the other 5%.
I need my options. Keep going.
Yeah, just read the rest of this.
No,
the thing.
no, that makes no sense. You're not gonna.
Let me hear the rest of my
Oh
options.
shit! Oh shit! Okay, she brings people together,
That's a good thing.
right?
Uh-huh,
In
uh-huh.
in a gathering, the alpha female knows how to bring people together and get interesting
That
conversation
is so me.
started. Alpha females don't need to be the center of attention to know their power or to make good use of it.
True.
Yep. I like that. Y'all identify with that?
Yep.
I mean, I do. I know I'm an alpha woman, but
I'll be starting dances at the club. Not even gonna lie. I'm just kidding.
Number 4, she doesn't feel the need to judge others or put them in their place. Beta females often feels the need to punish those who don't follow their lead or to judge. I don't believe that. That's kind of low.
That's a beta.
Yeah, I don't believe
Yeah,
that either. Because women could
yeah,
be messy or not, depending on
I'm,
who.
yeah,
I don't feel the
yeah,
need to be going out and be like, you're wrong and you this, unless you
yeah.
come at me and you
Right,
try to be rude
right.
and
Number
antagonize me.
Number 5, she doesn't play games with people. Only betas play mind games to manipulate others. The alpha female
I don't like
doesn't need to. She needs to be pulsed and blase. Alpha, yeah, that's a little far fetched too.
I don't
I don't
play
see how
games.
they can. I don't see how beta females could be able to like. I don't know. Maybe they're looking at it because they're like they're got some master. I don't know. I can't. That just don't make sense to me. I don't know. When things don't make sense to me, I kind of like, you know what I mean.
Beta
I don't know.
females have to,
Y'all filter that out for me. The ladies can filter that out for me.
beta
Right.
females have to resort to mind
I'm
games.
definitely not a beta.
I don't know. Like that's not when you say that betas are all like this, that's when you generalize a whole group of people. I can't find that to be true because there's
Right.
women I know that are definitely not alphas and they roll with me because I am stronger, but they are totally faithful women. They're totally mild mannered, boring, but faithful in there.
There it is.
Number 6, she lives her
Hold on,
own.
hold on, hold
Oh,
on, man. You said it. You said it.
What?
Boring, but
Well, but I'm just saying, like, you have to pick your battles. Like, some men like a woman who's kind of just chill. She doesn't really like to go anywhere. She doesn't really want to do anything. She's just
that's a
home.
beta female.
Okay,
I'm an
but
introvert, but I'm a Cancer, so I like to stay at home. But at the same time,
those the one to
I
get
feel like
married.
yeah, I'm kind of boring, but at the same time, like everybody wants me around. So every now and then, I need my people, energy around me. But then I'm also an
The
empath,
club
so I
tonight?
stay away from people a lot. So it's
But
confusing
you
to
ain't.
me. I just like,
But
you know
you
what?
ain't going to Daisy. You ain't going out to the club tonight. What?
No, I don't go out to the club every weekend.
Every week.
Every weekend.
No, I'll go out. I'll go out every now and then. Like, okay, go on my page and see how
why are they
often I've
trying to
been
claim
going
you,
out.
girl? You
Like, I
know
don't go out. I'm a single mother. We
I
got
don't,
better things to do than be going out every freaking weekend to
I
the
don't,
club. I am 38, sir. I
I
am
don't,
too old for that shit.
yeah, that
Hey,
club.
And
the club.
this past weekend, I went to a wedding because I have a photographer who I know that has taken my first photo shoot when I was younger, and he wants me to do this. I don't know if y'all know the 360
It's
and
a he.
the little photo booth station. I did that this weekend with him. I got paid for that, but I was in there. I was there to be a hype man and to help him with the photos booths and helping the guiding the people out just to show them how to do it. But I don't be out like that unless I go out on a date or something. Not really. It's a lot of energy, you know.
What did they say? Alpha means a leader can't have two leaders. Someone has to come back down and be submissive. That's true. We just talked about that earlier.
But so that's why I was saying, like, if I'm an alpha, I wouldn't want to be with a beta. I mean, I wouldn't want to be with an alpha female. You know what I mean? If I'm an alpha man, I wouldn't want to be with a fucking alpha woman because now she
I
gonna want to do
I
the
have
same.
to disagree because I've had alpha guys
Well,
who love
how?
it because they can
Hold
build
on,
something.
hold on. You just agreed to this, and then I just said that I'm an alpha man, and if I'm a leader, I can't have another leader who's trying to lead things in this way,
I
and I'm
know, but
trying to take
that's the
things.
thing. Not all alpha women are trying to be the leader. They may be your executor. You may say, "Hey, babe, I want to start 5 production companies. I want to do this." An alpha woman's gonna be like, "Okay, bet. What's our budget? Let me make it happen." That's
That's
the
not a
difference between.
no. That's just following that's just following your role. That's what I mean. That's listening to your man. That's what I mean. That's
But
not
she's
like
still
so much of
leading.
an alpha woman. An
No, she's
alpha
still
woman would be like,
out there. You can trust her to run the show. You can be gone for 2 months and be like, I know she's gonna have this down. No one's gonna take advantage of her. No one's gonna. That's what I mean
"Ri-
by you have to work with the right person, because a beta
Okay.
woman's not going to be able to carry out some of your, if you have lofty goals, you know.
Okay. So okay, let me. Okay, a beta woman will follow suit, right? Because that's her. She's submissive.
So,
She's gonna like, what I mean. Okay, whatever you want, babe. Right? She take care of the kids. She'll, whatever he wants, right? And he holds down. He protects her. He holds down the fort, blah blah blah, financial, whatever the case may be, right? And now, if he's with a alpha woman, she's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna work and you're gonna work, and we're gonna cut these bills in half, and we're gonna do this, and this is how we're gonna set up. And he's like, well, I want to set up our life this way, and I want to go here. She's like, well, no, I don't like that, because I don't want to. This way I want to go, and I need to make six figures, and I got my job and my career on the line. Blah, blah. You know what I mean? They're just that's very combative. Nobody
not
wants to
all
deal with
alpha
that.
women are combative. It depends on what your goals are. If she's in line with your goals, that's a great partner. That is a great partner. If she's in line with your goals and you guys are on the same page, she can build things that you would never be able to do on your own, because she's in line with you, and she's just like supercharging everything. So if she's an alpha woman and she has a totally different goal than you, it's not going to work. But if she's in line with you and she's saying, hey babe, what are we doing? And I'm gonna go execute this while you're over there. Let me go handle this. Cool, I got you. She don't have to call in and check with you and be like, oh, do I need to cook for everybody? My
But
back.
that's not right. But I don't think right. But to me, what you're explaining is not an alpha woman. That's a woman that's agreed with her man's plan, and they're going towards it. She trusts in his leadership, and she's running with that. So in order to make that work, she would have to become a beta, which is the submissive one, right? And it's not any like she's like, because you can only categorize it that way. I mean, unless there's another name where we can categorize it, but you know what I mean? Like that's like even like they're saying it like it said real alpha woman already has her plan. Also they said, oh my god, that's definitely not an alpha woman. And that's what I'm telling you, like what you're explaining is not an alpha woman. Like you know what I mean? We talk about the ones that's like, no, I'm doing this. We going we gonna do it this way. We gonna use this bank account. We go da da da. You know what I mean? You like, nah, we got this over here. We gotta be able to move this. We gotta. And it's like it's just always this back and forthness, And so, but
Appreciate
you know,
this.
Yes.
I'm not, but I'm just I just what you were explaining sounds like what men would rather deal with. You get what I mean, Miss Cat? Like you was
I
explaining,
do.
no,
I just
that's
know
what we
that
like
I've
that.
been
This is
told
submissive.
that I'm an alpha woman, but I'm also very, very like, what's our plan? What are we doing? So that's why I'm like, I don't think all alpha women are how you're describing them. Like they're just these, no, it's my way or the highway type of person. I can't wrap my arms around that. So
So UK says beta women will follow into line and listen to orders. Alpha women try to bark orders, and that's why they fail trying to get an alpha man.
yeah, but if she's an alpha woman, she probably wouldn't be needing an alpha man per se. So that's kind of, I don't know
Doesn't
whoever
mean
said
that she
that.
doesn't. She needs one. Every woman needs a man.
No. An alpha man. She may need a man, but she may not need an alpha man. Like if an alpha woman is what he's saying, where she already has her plan, she already has her goals, she already has this, and she just needs
Right.
companionship. So why would she wouldn't be failing and
Well, what's
finding
the
an alpha man because she doesn't need him?
is there a real
And
question? Like, real question. I feel like is should there be alpha women?
Well, I
if you're
mean,
feminist,
if we
yeah,
didn't have alpha women, we wouldn't have hair care products for women. We wouldn't have makeup. We wouldn't have. I mean,
No,
I'm
no,
a feminist.
y'all
no, no, no,
had
no.
that. Y'all had that before this whole like alpha woman crazy
no,
thing
Madam
came
C.J.
about.
Walker was definitely an alpha woman. Y'all need to watch that movie. She was
You don't need
definitely an
you don't
alpha.
need to be an alpha woman to create hair products.
I
You
know,
don't need
but
to
she
be an alpha
was.
woman,
I'm just giving an example. Like if we
right?
didn't
But you
have
don't
those
need
type
to
of
be.
women,
But you don't need to be.
Next question.
yeah, I'm
Yella
just
says,
like,
how you an alpha woman ask for the, how you an alpha woman ask for the plan?
what?
How
How
you an
you an
alpha
alpha
woman
Yeah,
man?
and
there we
you
are.
ask for a plan?
Asking for the plan. That's what they meant to say. Asking.
Right.
Men
Men
make
make
hair
hair.
free products.
Okay.
We do.
Hair product and makeup was made by a man.
They not. That's too much, bro. Nah, they not gonna give us that. Nah, they not gonna give us that. Men ain't that damn smart. Nah, nah. Take that. I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. Look, I'm antagonizing like a motherfucker. I'm playing. I'm sorry.
It's probably because at
but
first
but
I
but
think makeup started when it was actors, on
but
stage. I
but
think that's how
but
makeup
I
started.
definitely. But to
Well,
help
not
like
now though.
a
I'm saying
person,
women do come up with their own stuff, Robbie. Like, I mean, you
Absolutely.
gotta think back in the day, women couldn't do those type of things. That's why Madam C.J. Walker is so empowering because back in those days, women had no voice.
Facts.
They could not
no.
start anything, and
Facts.
she
Facts.
overcame that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
let me put this right there.
Yeah.
Fashion
Fashion
clothing.
clothing was
Everybody.
created by men.
Number 7. She keeps downable. She keeps undownable. She keeps undownable. No matter what happens, the alpha female cannot stay down forever. She doesn't expect anyone to pick her up when she falls or to make the way smooth for her.
Mm,
Sounds like an alpha. Sounds like a man to me. Sounds like pride issue right there.
Let's get through 'em. Let's get through 'em. Get through 'em.
You gotta go down. Hold on. I'm looking on my screen over here. Let me see. Number 8, she stands up for what she believes in, which should be any woman. I believe in that also. She's loyal to her tribe. Number 10 is she can walk away from anything if she needs to. Number 11, she's confident. Number 12, she doesn't need to control others to feel in control. 13, she says what she means. Gang. She Number 14, she lets people see her as she is. 15, she isn't afraid to go after what she wants.
Yep.
It's just all male traits. She's tenacious. Number 17, she doesn't make an excuse or blame others. Number 18, she isn't afraid to be vulnerable. Number 19, grand finale, she isn't afraid to make the first move or take risk. Alpha females in relationships, alpha female behavior are particularly noticeable in relationships. The alpha female treat others as she wants to be treated,
mm.
and she is genuinely cares about people. Hmm.
Aw.
I don't hear
So
anything
much
you
that
said
she's
negative about
willing,
the alpha female.
so much that she's willing to take risks for them. I didn't say nothing was negative for it. You know what I mean? She doesn't. Hold up. Fuck all that. Y'all got it. Y'all can go check
You
that
know
out.
what? Don't no
Look,
keep
hold
reading.
on.
Why you
Check this
stop?
out.
No, why you stop?
Huh? When we read it?
No, it's like I don't hear anything bad about alpha female. Those are all great traits. It's just that you have to have the right person
It's not.
to.
No, we're
But
not like
Jay,
okay.
Jay, you sound
So
far again.
I'm right here.
so
There
so
you go.
so like we all agree that throughout this list we did find some things that were just questionable that were like you know what I mean?
One of them was a little
Um
off, but I think I
yeah,
am an alpha overall.
I think there's some things in here that I did find like off, like, nah, that's not, you know what I mean? That's okay. But you know what they said about the beta woman and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? That just didn't. So this list is a little, you know what I mean? There were credible people who,
It
sided
wasn't.
them and
It wasn't to make.
whatever.
It wasn't to make alpha women feel inferior or to make
Right, right.
alpha women feel like they're bad women. It's just to identify what an alpha woman was in their terms, at least to the spectrum of what we're reading.
Yeah, whoever wrote that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I don't agree with a lot of the shit that was said, but I have to agree as far the topic, the main point, the main bullet point. Yeah, I would agree with.
Well, I had somebody tell me years ago, they're like, yeah, you're an alpha female, right? So I went and looked it up and then I responded back to them like days later. I was like, thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Did you take
Because
it
it was
negative?
all like positive stuff. No, they were just letting me know, like, because I do speak my mind. Like, if I see someone's full of crap, I just don't deal with you because like that's wasting your time. If you have plans and goals and you see someone's just wasting your time,
Right.
why deal with that? Like your life is
Exactly.
short,
That's what I said last week.
you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather get with somebody who is like about their business, who knows what they want, and then I can build something with them versus someone who's just shucking and jiving. But that's not, I don't think that's an alpha thing. I think that's just a woman who knows her worth and knows what she wants and desires out of her life, you
Yeah,
know?
when she's single.
Exactly. And once you're married, then your goals are now one with that person you're with. But until then, you're by yourself. It's a solo ride until you find that person that you're saying, "Hey, I'm gonna build this with them," you know? So
So the person that made this was a white woman named Barry Davenport. So we already know where that stems from.
hey
Uh,
Barry.
her name is Davenport. She wrote that article, and you already she writes a few things about facts and fun facts or whatever the case may be. But that list is a little bit you know um anyway.
Right.
But
Extensive.
yeah, gas mask. I, my conclusion on this night, what I mean, on the podcast with understanding what an alpha woman is, I use real life perspective. And the reason why I stand so strong on a lot of things that I say on men and women is because I've seen these people throughout the country. And when you've encountered so many people, I mean, at least well over a couple million, you know what I mean, throughout shows and concerts and events and talkings and like just so much things that I see those traits. I can look at a female and say, "Oh yeah, she's an alpha," just by the way she walks, she moves, how she carries herself. You know what I mean? Strong. Now, I have been fooled where women just kind of show these masculine traits, but they're feminine as shit, right? So I have been fooled, but
Hmm.
very slim to none. So the exception doesn't, what I mean, it's not the rule. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The
Because it depends
general
on the man.
perspective is no, it's yeah, but it's small. So I can't look at those women as like like that's every woman. Majority of women I've seen, she either is feminine or she's masculine, and we already know what that comes from. A lot of it's attitude, how they were raised by their mothers, and where they were raised up at. You know what I mean? And so, like, you go get women in the South, they're a little bit more nicer than the women over on the West.
Same
You know what I
thing.
mean?
Men in the South, a lot of men in the South are a little bit more gentlemen. It's called that Southern hospitality.
I don't think it's a South or North thing. I think it's a spiritual thing,
I've
but
dated. I've
conversation.
Nah,
dated people in the
it's
South.
a, and you know what, Miss Cat, I ain't gonna sit here and look over that because you're right. It is a spiritual thing, right? But that's after we've encountered with the person, right? And sometimes, like, we don't. I feel that when you meet a person, I know this for a fact. When you meet a person, it's not that's not a coincidence. Like, y'all was drawn together somehow. Whether you may think the motherfucker's a fuck boy, whether you may think it's blah whatever, we all are drawn to each other in some way, shape, or fashion. I mean, fashion. So it doesn't, you know what I mean, to say like, oh, I didn't like him or he didn't fit the requirement or he didn't. Men don't look at that. Yeah, we may have a preference, but if she's cool as fuck, we'll take on that adventure. I've
Yeah.
seen that happen multiples of times. Men will actually take on the adventure. Matter of fact, she might not meet all his requirements. She probably don't have the body shape. She probably don't have the mentality. You know what I mean? But men will actually take it on, and throughout times things get better or they get worse, and they'll leave. You know what I mean? Whatever.
When
But
women,
there's been more. There's women that would be like, nah, I didn't fuck with him because I don't like. You know what I mean? I don't.
when,
He
well,
just didn't come off as.
women
You know
used
what
to
I mean?
they used to do that. Now it's a man's role. Now women used to be the ones to be like, oh, you know what? He ain't that cute. Blah blah blah.
So she's.
Oh, he don't got that much money. Blah blah blah. Now it's like it's flip roles to how as far as I can see it. It's flip roles. Men
What's
are
flip?
what's flip. Men are going. Oh, you know what? She's not the hottest in the bunch, but she's respectful. She's feminine.
Oh,
She's this and that. She knows her role. Blah blah blah.
Could that be that he's getting mature and he's realizing what's important versus what wasn't important before? That could be.
No. Notice. Go with that because she just put herself in the cat bag. Okay, cool. He takes that on, and you say he was immature, blah blah. She's immature, whatever. What if the vice versa? What if it was vice versa? You wouldn't take it on. You'd be like, nah, he don't. You know, what I mean, yeah, he's cool, he's nice, he's sweet, but he's not like, you know. It's like what? He's not attractive enough, or what?
Women are doing that. That's what I'm saying.
No, because women will get with guys who are not attractive.
If they got money.
No,
it depends on what they've been through. I've seen some friends that I know they got with that guy because they got
make you laugh.
Treated bad by the good-looking guy. So kind of guy
every fucking day, y'all walk past the perfect guy for you because that motherfucker's working at Burger King, Walmart, Target, Target, or whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. That's a fact. And y'all walk past him so many different times. The perfect guy for you.
So then I'm glad you said that because if you're walking past him, that means he didn't stop you and let you know that
he was working.
That doesn't matter. If you found your wife, then you should tap her on the shoulder and be like, hey, I just want to let you know you look beautiful today, or I'd like to get to know you. Of course she's gonna walk by. He didn't say anything.
He's intimidated. Maybe he's a little intimidated. Maybe he saw the goddess.
That's not her fault. That's not her fault.
If you saw God, you gonna run up to him?
Absolutely not, because that's his job.
If I saw Jesus, I would run up to him.
Oh my God, motherfuckers don't exist.
I'm just saying he's supposed to find you. Like you're supposed to make yourself available.
People down here ghetto. This is a ghetto place.
That McDonald's, and you walking past that Target every day, and he don't speak to you. That's his fault.
Yeah, hold on. You go buy some every day. Okay, fine, sure. But there's men on this earth. What was the statistic, Biz? That it was like 37% of men do not even experience a woman's touch. That shit is crazy.
Hit the link. Hey.
37%.
But there's
no, you're right.
I don't want to say it. I'm gonna tell me. Never mind. I keep my mouth shut.
Every man can have a woman. It's just a matter of approaching her.
Every man can have. Can I give y'all some realization?
Are just out there waiting for.
Okay, so we gotta run after y'all now because y'all.
No, you don't. But I want to give y'all something.
So many women to one man because so many women to one man. We already know this.
Okay, so wait. So check. There is a big deal. Like Domino just said it, and he's right. Rejection is a big deal for men these days.
It's always been a big deal. That's not just
okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. No. Let's give her that. Because that even makes it look even worse, right? Because 20% of men is fucking the majority of females on this planet, and they know. What is it? I think it was like crazy. Like it's a large number that females already know he got another female, and they still fucking with him, and they'll have a baby by him. Like it's a large number of.
I'm supposed to be okay with that.
But the niggas is dumb though. We dumb.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're saying men's never been touched, I'm like, he made that choice to not be touched because every man can have a woman.
No. That's not
no, that sounds spooky. I was just repeating what he said.
That was good.
I don't want to sound mean.
It's true. Like if you're a man, you should be with a woman. There's so many out there.
But you know what? There's unattractive people that find unattractive people all the time. I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right?
Exactly.
But they also have desires to be with someone else outside of their, because let's be honest, there's levels to this. And sometimes if an unattractive person is rich, they could get a pretty girl, but then you're getting a gold digger. So, I mean, you win-win or you lose-lose. It's shit.
So
All
I
I'm
would.
saying is
So
that I think that men and women both can find each other if their goals are the right. They have the right goals going into it. Most people don't.
But not all women are gonna go up to no man, and especially if the man is not really the attractive visual type. If that's what they want, because let's be honest, everybody has a desirable vision of the person they want to be with. We all have like a fantasy or whatever of what we would like in our
you
lives.
better look good, nigga.
Even before people just popping in, like
A
Yella,
decent, at least
yella.
decent, because I've been with a guy that
So,
wasn't that attractive. But you know what? This is why pretty girls don't have a lot of friends, because you could be with an unattractive guy and make him look good. And now all of a sudden your
so,
friends want him because, oh, he treats me like this and he treats me like that. That's why they tell you don't tell your friends what what you got going on in your relationship.
okay. So, before we get to the comments, before we get to comments, Yella, been a long time no see, my guy.
Long
Long
time.
time no see. You have to go. You came on a crazy. Appreciate you, my guy. Let me get a couple of these comments before we get you in here. UK says, in the old times, women actually appreciated. I'm sorry, pretty much had pretty much made the first move by dropping her glove, so the man would pick it up to talk to her. That was like happening all the time.
we
I
still
mean,
do things
honestly.
like that today.
Oh, kind of like
Just
flirtatious.
like when you
Look,
go
look,
to
what
a
you gonna
door,
get from
like
me is a smile from across the room. Okay,
there's
you
things
gonna
you
get
do
you smile
today
at me,
to
I smile back. That's your clue. That's when you can be like,
Domin-
okay.
Domino says, men take it to the heart. A lot of men don't have the skin to ask because of rejection. He also says, before you guys go in, okay, reject a man, but make him feel make him feel bad about it. Yeah,
don't
reject him,
make
make him
them
feel
feel
bad
bad
about
about
it.
it.
Right. Vanilla Gorilla says, my bad. I got like comments on the other side coming in from the other side. Sorry about that. But Vanilla Gorilla says, homie, homie,
Holding his
ah, homie holding this like, damn, I'm getting a headache. LOL. Holding his head. I know sometimes them texts be, people be moving fast. Words be coming out faster than them fingers moving. Yella, what's good, my guy?
What up, y'all? Like I said, long time no holla at. You know what I'm saying? Good to get back
Yeah,
up on the
man.
platform.
Yeah, man.
Uh
Glad you're here.
yeah, this conversation has inspired me. Y'all be checking y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be on late, so I get on after I finish doing my thing, watch y'all, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But
That's right.
this one got me to hit the link tonight. Plus, I done just woke up, so you know what I'm saying? I got a little energy and shit. So
Yeah, fresh.
first thing I want to point out is that this alpha female shit is a lie. It's a self-delusion. It's a fallacy. It's something that women tell themselves to feel better about themselves when they're by themselves. Okay? Like I'm being straight up with you. Because all that alpha female shit go right out the window when you meet an alpha male. It go right
I
out the
said it
window.
earlier. Yep.
It becomes null and void. And if you try to implement all that alpha female shit against an alpha male, you're gonna be alpha by yourself. Again.
That's true. That's why I don't think those whole terms of alpha and beta and all that stuff, because once you get with somebody, meaning marry someone, you become one and he's supposed to lead and guide you. So that's why you shouldn't get with somebody who doesn't have the same goals or purpose that you have, because then you are going to have conflict. But if
Well,
you
what
get
if
with
you
somebody,
are?
huh?
But what if you are though? What if
If
you
you are
are?
what?
Like you said, you said you're alpha female, or you consider yourself an alpha
Yeah,
female.
I've been told like, oh, you're an alpha female. But here's the thing: once you become one with someone, your goals are supposed to be together, and he has to be the lead. That's it.
Do you
That's just
think
how it's
alpha
supposed to be.
females? Do you
Huh?
think alpha female is thinking that? Like, oh, you know what?
If they're
Let's
smart, they will. Hold
I'm
on.
if that's according to what I'm supposed to be, then yeah, because most of the time a real man is gonna make you want to be submissive just by
Right.
how he treats you and what he brings to the table. It just makes you be submissive. Like it
Well,
may
it's
not
gonna
want to
make
give
it's a it,
everything. and
Well, I'm
cater or
talking
whatever.
about marriage. I'm not talking about dating. So if you're married to someone, biblically, he is supposed to be, you are his property.
Sure.
He is the
Nobody
head
can
of
make
the
you.
home, period.
Nobody can make you do
That's not even
anything.
an option.
But
Hold
even
If you're a
in
woman
a
and you know
dating
this,
situation and you're in a
Hold on, guys.
relationship, let's talk about the relationship with which is supposed to lead, because you're supposed to date to be wanting to be married. So if in a relationship, you're supposed to still show each other where, like, how this is
yeah,
gonna go.
yeah.
So yes, and even that's where you know whether you want to be submissive to that person or not in a relationship. So
Yeah.
yes, in a
Dating.
relationship, you will know if you could be submissive to that person or not.
Now let me say this, because most women, alpha are not going to be one to put down those fucking cards. Period. Just because they see, especially if they see an alpha male, they see an alpha male, they're like, oh, you know what? Guards go up, and then walls go up even more. So it's hard. It's hard. But I get what you're saying. I would like to agree with what I would love to agree with what you're saying. Like, oh, you know what? An alpha woman drops that when she sees an alpha male. She does it. She goes up even more.
But you said alpha cheat, so I don't know
Yeah,
about
you
me
said
trying
alpha's
to
cheating.
drop
I
all
mean,
that.
that's
I
not
might
true.
do that. I might be submissive to a beta than a alpha. I don't know, because
Now you're putting
If
all the
you
cards on the table.
if you're not naturally submissive, you're not gonna be submissive.
That's what I was
oh,
just
I
about to say,
agree.
man. I was just about to
I've
say
been
that.
If you
submissive.
if you don't wake up submissive and go to sleep submissive, you're not about to change when you get some dick in you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that's not gonna change the scenario. You know what I'm saying? Because then ultimately,
Well,
you
but
facts.
that's like saying if a man wasn't born a leader, he's never going to be a leader. I think those traits can be learned.
Right.
No.
Or if he
That's you just
cheats,
don't
he's
have
never going to
it.
stop cheating. Yeah, no.
That's just you don't have it, because we got three men up here, and we can both tell you that we didn't all encounter this dude that thought he had it because he had the title, but he ain't have it. Still ran over that motherfucker. We still, like, that's what I'm saying. We've all had to come up. We've all had somebody over us who thought they had it, and we ran right over their ass because they didn't have it. They had the title. So if you got the title of submission or the title of alpha female, you're not that unless you're that all the time. That's got to naturally be you. Because then basically all you doing is doing something outside of your nature. It's gonna feel weird. You're not gonna feel right about it. And in a couple of years, you're gonna feel like you compromised yourself instead of doing what was natural to you.
But
No,
marriage
I
is a
think it's
compromise.
natural with certain people, not just, it can be with just anybody.
Because then it
Relationship
gets
is
to
all about
but then it
compromise.
gets to but then that's when you get to the conversation of conditional submission or conditional I forgot what the word we was using.
Contractional. That's what it is.
I mean, contractional, conditional, the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Terms and conditions, the little box you click before you buy shit online, that little box, that's pretty much the box that I agree to the terms of this and due to all that. That's what they need to do from now on in relationships, is put that little screen where you got to check the box with the traffic lights in it just before you get married, so you make sure ain't no bots putting you in a relationship. That's pretty much what it is. Like, it's agreeing to be submissive instead of just being willing to be submissive and finding a man that works for that. You know what I mean? Because I can understand not being submissive to every man, because you're not, right? You're not supposed
Not
to
if
be.
he's weak. Yeah, I know.
Right. You're not supposed to be submissive to every man. I get that. But let's not act like it's a switch that you could just turn off and on. It's just like being aggressive. You can't expect a timid man to just all of a sudden be aggressive.
Oh, I can't
It's
stand
not
guys
gonna
like
work.
that.
Big facts. That's
Like
big
me.
facts. That's big facts.
Well, I gotta
Wow.
I gotta bounce, you guys. So I gotta like say goodbye to you guys. I love you guys all, but it's late.
Gang. Thank you, Miss Cat.
I'll talk to you guys later.
You got anything you want to conclude tonight on before you go?
Well, as always, I'm always gonna say, whether you're
Stay
alpha or
feminist.
beta, there's somebody out there for you. For men, don't be scared to say hear a no, because behind every no, there's a yes. So there may be 9 women that says no, and that 10th person is the one for you. So always, always go after what you want, even if there's going to be disappointment, because there's a yes behind every no.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, you have a better chance than going to get a job, get your weight up, and yeah, you can go hit 10 of them, you get 10 out of 10, nigga. The game totally changed.
That is true.
I mean, I ain't trying to like be devil's advocate, but like, fuck, you know what I mean? In the sense, like, men, we grow, like, we really grow in value, right? Depending on how he looks at his life and how he's, trying to grow his life, we grow in value. Now, depending on, the women said it earlier, if I agree with his plan or blase blase, then cool, you know what I mean? And I get that, cool, I get that. But, you said it earlier, if you ain't submissive, like, period, then if you, I'm not gonna expect you to do that shit, right? That's like trying to make, that's like trying to turn a fucking horse into a donkey. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna happen. It came from that, but it's just not gonna happen, my guy. So I don't, go ahead. Oh, you muted.
No, you're right. You're right. They look the same. They built the same. They don't have the same functions. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the same function. They don't have the same abilities. And that's not to say that either one is bad.
Right.
But exactly. I think the concept of trying to put this distinct label, and even for men, right? Like, men try to like assume the role of being an alpha. Like, bro, do you really want that life? You really want that life, bro?
They don't. They don't. They don't really consume how that shit is. What's up, Walkeys? They don't really consume how that, you know what I mean? Like, really understand like the mental state of it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a certain path, I now, because I can understand, I beat at my own drum, so I kind of move different, right? I don't have a problem with humiliation. Alphas do, right? I don't have a problem with letting somebody else kind of, I think the greatest movie I saw, you remember the movie called Den of Thieves, or it was with Ice Cube's son and 50 and a couple other people.
Oh, that's what I was watching.
It was called Den.
They robbed that.
Then yes, I've seen it.
Right,
I didn't even know that's what I was watching. The real show I was watching it last night. And I'm like, what's the name of this? Apparently it's called Den of Thieves. Okay.
Yeah. And Chess Game. And it was Ice Cube's son was the one that just and he took the beating, he took the woo woo, he took him calling him this and calling him that, woo woo. And then all of a sudden he's walking off with the bag.
Nobody
just him by himself. And you look at that, you like, oh shit, he Omega that shit. There was no beta, there was no because the beta was got ate up. The alpha's ego would have tore him up, like the man, you know what I mean? See how they, they went out. Only person would have outbeated that was a person who was playing chess, or what we would kind of consider an Omega, a person who could see the bigger picture in this. You know what I mean? And that's sometimes, like, when I saw that movie, you know what I mean? I was like, dude, that's the nigga niggas want to be. You want to be the nigga that can, you know what I mean? You want to be a nigga that can, like, take the punches and then use your revenge, you know what I mean? Let them take their own lives, because that's what generally happened. They end up taking their own lives, you know what I mean? Not literally, but, you know what I mean, throughout the battle and shit, you know what I mean? But it taught you such a good lesson in the movie. If niggas really saw that, so all that, like, oh, nigga, I need to be the alpha, like you were saying earlier, like, you ain't ready for that life. You know what I mean? You ain't ready for that alpha life. Just stay in your lane, because there's niggas who's like, not even, like, it's just sometimes it's levels. it's niggas who's looking at the alphas as like, y'all, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can do that alpha shit all you want. I know exactly where to put you. My bad. We having a men talk, nigga talk. My bad. You seeing how dudes talk though, Daisy? Like, this how dudes get at each other. You know what I mean? And my bad, Daisy. Go ahead.
No, I ain't said nothing. I was just saying. I was just piggybacking on you. You was talking about there's levels to this. I was like, there's levels to this, boy.
Yeah, Yeah. I mean, I don't mean to. Y'all can go ahead and expound, but
They did make another one. It was 2019, I think. In the thieves with Gerard Butler.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. I'm talking about. Yeah, I just saw the first. I gotta see that one too. I just
Yeah,
saw the first one with Ice Cube something. But yeah, man, that shit was like it just taught you like the whole alpha, beta, omega. You know what I mean? And people were like, "Oh no, he was the no, bro. That nigga omega that shit. Ain't no motherfucker go see the outside of that shit other than you playing chess, right?
facts.
And this whole like understanding the reason why I came up with the whole woman alpha, me and Notice was talking in the background because we did the beta talk, right? We was talking about the betas on the last podcast, and that shit it got it got pretty it got pretty bad, yeah. Because we kind of went in on the betas a little bit, you know what I mean? And it was just like to me or to us, to me it was pretty much like we consider betas as like the punks, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, we all have a place in our life, right? We all have a place. It's an ecosystem. Not everyone can be an alpha. Not everyone can be a beta, right? Even though someone can look at that side and be like, "Oh, y'all some woo, woo, woo," but you know what I mean. But the betas are. I think our last video I played, I got it right here. The last video I played was billionaires, betas. Now,
Yeah.
and me and Notice had this conversation. He was like, Notice. I think Notice asked me like, can a beta can a beta overrule a alpha or something like that? He asked me, and I was like, hell yeah. He was like, how? And I was like, that fucking dollar. You know how many fucking motherfuckers who's what's that shit called? Secret Service with the fucking president.
Yeah,
You know what I
Secret
mean? You think the president's the alpha in that situation? Man, that nigga try to that nigga doc, ah, he tried to get the fuck out the way. He running. He ain't shoot back unless he came from that nature. You know what I mean? But most of them ain't come from that nature. Unless you were, I think Reagan did a little service time. I think a couple of them did. I
Yeah.
think a couple of them did some
Couple of them
service time.
did.
Yeah, I think a couple. But that's just what I'm saying. Like we was talking about
It's
the Elon Musk and shit,
Beta.
and
and that's
yeah,
yeah, and that's because you looking and that's because you looking at a lot of them dude, like you said, Elon Musk, all them niggas is like the beta type dude that their money puts them at a slightly elevated level. They super betas. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
They got alpha influence, but
right,
beta mannerisms. You know what I'm saying?
right,
They super betas.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
From a distance, they appear to be alpha. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But
Yeah,
once you get past that,
yeah, on
once
top.
they get past, they got this ungodly amount of money.
Yeah.
But that's really it. You know what I'm saying?
I got God's
Then you
money.
go to the right. Then you got the person, and the person is a beta.
Dumb.
But I try to explain this theory to women like sports. Like I don't know if you fellas play sports or was on sports teams and shit coming up like that.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah,
All right. So
yeah,
there's hierarchies in the team. Even though the team is all one team, we all wearing the
yeah.
same jerseys, all that other shit. We all got the same colors on. There's still a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you play football. If you play
Yep.
football, if you watch like college or high school pre-workouts, because NFL don't really do this. But there's a hierarchy. You could tell by the pregame warm-ups.
Yep.
You got this one line of dudes facing one way. The entire team is facing them.
Yep.
They are the ones leading the
Yep.
pregame workouts.
Exactly.
Those are the alphas of the team.
Yep. Exactly. When you look at it
You
that
know
way,
what
yep.
I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Yep.
even within that group of alphas, usually the one in the middle is the team captain.
Yep.
Yep.
The alpha, the alpha of the alphas. You know what I'm saying? And then
He would be
even if you
considered
look
with an
at
alpha omega, right?
right.
Right.
And then within those group of men looking at the alphas, there's even a hierarchy within them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just how men look at each other, because you can be You could be the alpha like Michael Jordan, right? You could be maybe Scottie Pippen would be the super beta.
Super beta, yep.
Scottie Pippen would be the super beta. He appears to be an alpha,
Right.
but in reality, he played
amongst the alphas, he's the beta. He's a super beta.
right,
Right.
right.
You know what I mean? Because
right.
he's still an alpha because of you know what I mean? Like, but inside that alpha squad, he's a beta because there's still a hierarchy inside that.
Now, then you got somebody like Steve Kerr who would be probably considered the beta in that situation. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The standard beta, yeah, because he followed the suit of the alphas. And then you got somebody who way on the bench like Dickie Simpkins, who was just like, you know what I'm saying? That nigga was just
shit.
whatever the fuck he was. He was the Omega. Let's put it like that. He was the Omega because he played chess. It's just like Thaddeus Young. I know I'm throwing a lot of sports for the ladies, so I'm sorry. It's all making sense, right? And this is a video you can actually go watch. This is a little clip that he put out. He was talking to some cats in the gym he was playing with, and he was trying to explain the difference between him and somebody like a LeBron and why they both have had successful careers, right? He trying to explain to them like LeBron had this immense talent, this alpha influence, all of this other stuff. He made a path for himself that can't be stopped, right? Thaddeus Young, however, don't have them physical qualities and abilities like that. He ain't dominating the game like that. He ain't taking over like that. However, he's carved out a 16-year career for himself. He's explaining how doing the work and putting in the work from a different perspective puts you in position to continue to be on your 5th NBA contract. You know how hard it is to get one?
Right.
He on his 5th. I don't know where he played, but he on his 5th contract. He's still in the league. I don't know where he play. But he's still there. And some motherfuckers that come in with way more clout, way more expectations, who are coming in and expecting to be the alpha, that fizzle out in a year or two. Because in reality, them niggas was betas. They appeared to be alphas.
I thought alpha was the lowest.
I'm just talking about hierarchy of men. I really don't know how none of this shit scale out.
Well, the alpha is not the we put it up the other day, but the alphas is not like the highest. They're above betas though. You know what I mean? Because of the aggression, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just saying like one is, just look at it kind of like one is more aggressive than the other, right? And the ones that's less aggressive, or, you know what I mean? Because you have those that bark like he was just saying, they bark loud. They appear that way, but they really, you know, you walk up on them and these niggas can't even punch a fucking fly or some shit. You know what I mean? And that's, you know what I mean? That lets you know that they, you know, they appear that way, but they not. But a true alpha would be like, nah, we're gonna handle this right now. Like, we're gonna do this shit. Fuck all that. You know what I mean? So that's the difference, how I see it. You know what I mean? And men can kind of look at men and tell, you know, we could look at each other and be like, oh yeah, nah, you bark too fucking much. you bark way too fucking much, my guy. Nah, we ain't. Yeah, watch his ass, and you know what I mean. Get him first. He's the first one.
Just to know,
you know,
just let you know, Yella, he's a power forward center.
Thaddeus Young?
Yeah, that is a power forward center.
At 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah.
Damn.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy that he carved off 16 years.
So, and then I was looking at like women were raised to be with betas.
They
like,
were
modern women, in a sense.
Modern,
you know what I mean?
There you go.
Because they, you know, I would even say
about women. We got a lot of flack, you and I, about women.
Yeah.
Y'all
man, y'all be woman bashing and da 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 da.
We got a lot of flack.
I mean?
It's like when
it did. Then we had someone tell us that Miss Cat be man bashing. I was like, what?
It make sense to me.
You know what I mean? I just like to be able to clear up the, you know what I mean, the BS. And I always say that women are raised to like be with. I think they most likely should be with a beta man. You know what I mean? Because they understand that alpha men are going to be more like, if you ain't with my plan, then and it's like, what? We got a baby together, motherfucker. You knew that from the beginning. Well, you know what I mean? Like. But most dudes aren't like that. Like they appear that way, and I think those are the dudes that women are coming across so much. You get what I mean? Those dudes, and then the real ones gotta blame for
all the bullshit.
Yeah. But check this out real quick.
98% of the high performance people on the planet are not alpha males.
Explain that.
Okay, they're beta males. Okay. Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, all have one thing in common. They're introverts. They're not alpha males. 98% of the...
few engineers in there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But you don't have to be.
All right.
But if you want to be a role model, kids don't do what you tell them to do. They do what they see you do.
So... even if we just don't look at what he said about the kids, but look at the beta part. Like when we was telling you said it earlier, Yellow, like you was like, I don't know if y'all really want that alpha life. Y'all ain't ready for that life.
Nah, hell no. You know what alpha man do? Alpha man go sign up for the military. That's why you didn't see no military people in there. Alpha man go sign up for the military.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I signed up for the military. No
you a fucking alpha, nigga. You know how many times I've been up here talking to you? You a fucking alpha, nigga. That's exactly.
Hey, we took a test. Hey, we did the alpha and beta test at the last podcast.
Yeah.
We took the alpha. And, yeah.
But then he got like 97% alpha.
Shit.
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
How did I miss that one? Because I didn't get to see the test and stuff like that. And I remember I was the one that said I put it up there because I want to see what it's about.
Oh,
that sucks. I missed it.
You want the woman beta alpha test?
No, I wanted to see what the difference in all the different levels or whatever, omega and all that stuff in you guys, because he told me all. Because I didn't find out about all these labels until now.
Yeah, we had the test. We had the alpha. If you're alpha or beta or fucking omega test. That was Friday. I'm not gonna pull that up because it's quite.
That's when I lost my phone. Yeah,
quite
but I was the one that requested it. So I was like, that sucks that you guys did it. And I was gone.
Sorry. Sorry, but not sorry.
Sorry for you.
So, but I'm and then I wanted to play before we go, people. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for so much tuning in. We appreciate y'all podcast. Blase.
I'm looking for a beta male because I'm alpha and two alphas don't work. This is a reply to a video I did on queen energy or feminine energy. And I ask you, darling, why can't you be in feminine energy? Why is that so scary? To be in feminine energy is to be in your emotions. To be fully in your emotions and let people really see you. What is it about you where you have to put on a mask of control and be in control and be in control of your feelings? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of letting people really see you? Because then what? Would you fall apart? What do you think they'll discover under the facade of the masculine energy you're portraying? Now, I'm not saying you can't be an alpha energy and be an alpha female. That's great. I'm an alpha female all the time in my work life, my career life. When I'm looking after my mum who's got Alzheimer's, I'm in my masculine energy. I have to mother, I have to do, I have to help, I have to advise on these accounts. I'm in masculine alpha female energy. But when I'm in a relationship, I like to be open within my emotions and let the person really see me because I want them to fall in love with me, not the facade of me. And if you've got a facade, that's masculine alpha energy. It means...
Oh, know she has more than one energy, and it depends on in what scenario she's at. So it makes good sense that she has like different faces or whatever
I think she said
in
it best.
different scenarios.
I
But it's
think she,
still who she is.
but
Uh,
I think
um,
said it. She said it right, man. She said it
Yeah,
right.
me and my girl talk about this shit all the time. Like she call it like twin flame. Like you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers have like just dual energies, and yeah,
Joaquin said there's a lot of betas that sign up and are in the military as well.
So
Facts.
what are betas?
What are
Just a weaker
betas?
man. Just
Yes,
a
man.
weaker man.
Yes, man.
Okay, so what's the weaker man?
So
Yes, man.
alpha is the top. Alpha is the top. Beta's the it's alpha, beta, and
What are
omega.
the characteristics of a beta? We already talked about alpha and what
Right. It's
he
just a very dominant person. It's a very dominant person. Just think of that. And then the beta's just less dominant. You know.
Yes, dear.
So Gas Mask Tribe TV podcast. I got one more and we out of here, people. Yo, Yella, you got anything you want to leave the people with, man?
yeah, man. You was bringing up something about Alpha Life, man, and I'm gonna drop this video on y'all. And I want y'all to go check it out, man. It's a video called 30 Things That Amish Women Can't Do That You Can. And I want you to see the correlation of what's required of the Amish women in relation to what men ask for in these spaces and what they say. And it's going to blow your mind.
Mm.
It's going to blow your mind. It's about 16 minutes, 15-minute videos, like 30 things. And dude, some of the things that they talk about, it's like we gotta find a balance, because if tradition is what we're trying to go for, we're gonna be stuck in the past. And I don't think we as ready to be as progressive as we think we want to be. We gotta find a balance. That's why when we talking about this masculine, feminine shit, I think the best way out is just to find a balance.
perfectly said.
Drop that link inside the private in the private chat, and then
I got you.
Yeah, I saw. I'm looking at so right now. It's stupid, crazy. But we're gonna talk
It's
about that
crazy
shit.
shit.
We're gonna talk about it. Hey, matter of fact, when we
Mm.
talk about it, I know you in Chi-Town, I believe, or am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I know we have like what's the time difference between LA and
3 hours.
Chi-Town? 3 hours? Is it 3?
What y'all at, like midnight? Probably.
Time is here is
Yeah, 12
12.
o'clock right now. 12:09.
Yeah. So it's 2:09.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna set that up, and we're gonna see if we can get you on earlier, or if you can, we go find out the time frame that'll be good, so we can do that. I would love to talk about that. We could talk about that this week. You know what I mean? That'll be super dope. We got to get that on there. You know what I mean? And then we'll bring up the video because I know they got a lot of little. I'm gonna watch the video though, but I know they got a lot of little copyright things. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go find some. I'm gonna do my little. You know what I mean? My spider senses, and find some clip, maybe cut some clips and all that good shit. So we could throw it on there and expound on. You know what I mean? So y'all can check that out. We'll get to these comments before we head out. Said, oh, Chi-Town's okay. Okay, he said, look, UK's it's 3:30 for me.
It's weird because he's in Michigan.
Damn. All right, people. Last video. We out of here, people. Before we go. I took my video down, man.
Oh.
You didn't do no funny videos all day today.
I know, man. I took my video down, man. I was sad, man. I was like, what the fuck? Where my video at? Man, I gotta put my video back up here, man. My guy, man. I always gotta fucking play some crazy shit. But until then, You know what I mean? Y'all already know how I gotta do it. Gotta always keep it fruitful. Gotta have some laughs. And gang.
Allegiance to the bag that we obtained by selling that loud pack. In Pooh Shiesty we trust, never mess with a lame bitch, never fuck with a trifling hoe. As a boogie once said, money over everything. In liberty and justice for all, trappers around the United States.
Gang, people, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Last words is just be cool. Understand that who you're around. Just love the woman if she's cool. If y'all connect, become friends first. That's my little rule of thumb. Become friends first. If y'all could be friends, if that could be like your best friend, and like y'all could just chill, having like dope conversations. Hey, might be the one. Also, whether alpha, mega, if it doesn't matter to you, don't even sweat. You know what I mean? So that's just a lot of, we trying to throw this all, you gotta think of this and be conscious of this and your chakras and shit. Sometimes everybody really ain't into all that shit, right? So we ain't trying to bog your head down with that shit, but just a lot of times it's good to be aware and already know what these things are about. So that way you ain't caught up in the mishap. Like, I don't know what that is.
Energies.
Huh?
I love the energetic connection.
Last words with Daisy. Daisy got some last words before we head out of here.
Nah, just stay cool and I don't know, have good motives and
Are you an alpha woman? Are you an alpha woman?
I'm an alpha woman, apparently. I think I got like 9 out of 10.
Oh, so you 90.
I got 9 out of 10. But I am a single parent of 2 little boys. So yes, I have masculine energy and I like to have control. So yes, I'm an alpha woman.
I mean, you have to.
That's why
you have to. I ain't gonna knock that. You know what I mean? I am not. And that's the thing that.
But that's the thing. I'm not aggressive in the relationship. So when I'm with a male, I'm not an alpha. That's what the woman said. Like, I'm an alpha in certain areas of my life, but when it comes to the right man, I tend to kind of be more gentle and sensitive, and like I fall back.
I don't believe.
Okay.
I don't believe it.
So if
I don't
believe me.
I believe you carry some of those characteristics over to the relationship, and men see that, and then they automatically fall back. They were like, you know what, man, she already this, blah blah blah, this and that, because you probably reiterated like most women do. They reiterate that.
No,
I got 2
I'm
kids.
the one. Remember, I said I'm the one that walks away because I'm empathic and I see through the bullshit. So I'm
telepathic.
most likely,
What'd you say?
Yeah, empathetic. So I can feel you when you're not around me. I can see the bullshit. I can see when you lie to me. I'm all of that. So that's why I tend to walk away first. Because remember, I see myself having power when I walk away instead of just staying through the drama. So I'd rather not.
Hey, Daisy, walk.
I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're already judging. You're already going into the whole little realm in your mind frame. You're alpha in the situation before the situation even happens. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's not true, because I had a relationship before, mind you. Like I was giving until I figured out he was lying. And I'm not only am I empathetic or whatever, and I am intuitive, and obviously I'm a foster child, so I'm able to see the negative before I see the positive. But I'm able to see the bullshit. Like, what can you I'm not judging before it happens.
Yes,
I just have a strong intuition. And I follow that as a female first. But before I even gave into that, I would be able to give into him. Like I would give him everything, because I most likely am going to treat him the way I want to be treated first. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, you see me doing the whole hand gestures, huh? Yes, yes, I am.
Yeah, like, I know you want to say something. Say it. You can't say it.
I got one question. Let's got one question. Do you ever felt like you made the wrong choice?
In what? In what situation? Like in what aspect?
In all your intuition and what you saw and being ahead of the game and being empathic, you ever felt like you cut somebody off that didn't deserve it, broke up with a dude who really wasn't doing shit? At the end of the day, you saw it the wrong way. You ever look at it like that?
No,
Or are you 100% right every time?
no, not all the time.
Then there's got to be some situations where you feel like you made the wrong choice then.
In an argument or in a discussion of something,
I'm
maybe
talking
I
about
might have.
overall. I'm talking about overall. I'm talking about
Girl,
overall. Because you feel
no.
no.
No, because I always get proof before I end up leaving because I'm just like that type of person. Like I literally believe in ancestors and I believe that my ancestors are not gonna like just let me be with a person that is fucked up. So I'm
You
just
sound like my girl. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You sound like my girl. She rock
I'm
with all that.
spiritual, I'm
This what
intuitive, I'm spirit.
but here's where here's where I
It's
will
a
call cap with her.
gift.
Here's where I will call cap with her, and here's where I will call cap with you. I get the
Mhm.
child spiritual and all that, but you exist within a human form, which means you are
We're able
prone
to
to
connect
being
with you guys.
wrong.
So
You listen what I'm saying. You're prone to being wrong. I get
yeah,
what you're saying, but you exist within a human form. Because I don't
yeah, I
feel
can
like
be
I'm of
wrong
this earth
sometimes.
either. I don't feel like I'm of this earth either, but I know that this flesh and these bones and these veins and these muscles that's attached to whatever is connecting this spiritual form is prone to mistakes.
It doesn't mean that we feel like we're perfect. No, we're not perfect.
But
We're not.
but that's why I ask about your choices. That's why I asked very specifically. Do you ever felt like your intuition was wrong, or if you made the wrong choice, or if you made a bad call?
I made a bad choice of dealing with them.
That's not what he's
That's
talking
that
about.
that's not what I'm saying.
No, not of walking away or letting go because like I said, there's always proof that backs up why I'm leaving. It's always, the truth will always surface too. It would always come to the light. Whatever's in the
Okay,
dark will
are
always
we?
come to the light.
I
So
I
just
get
seen
that, but
somebody.
I
but you
never
gotta
leave
understand.
without
You gotta
proof.
understand. But you gotta understand, as you being you, you would be in a very particular position because the proof being provided. You got to look at it like this. Say we talking about proof, so let's look at it like a law, like a legal case, right? You would be the responding officer. You would be the detective. You would be the lawyer. You would be the defense attorney, and you would be the judge. So the proof that come across your table might work however you choose to see it because you are the only governing body of what you see as the truth. Because you only go by what you think and what you feel about the situation because you're working from a different situation. See, I understand because my girl is like that. Y'all feel like
So
y'all
if a
detached from
person came
certain.
up
Hold on,
to
wait,
you,
hold on, check me
if
out.
I literally
Check me
caught
out.
my man cheated on me because I caught my man cheated on me in the garage, like that's literally
That's not what
100%
I'm
true.
saying. That's
If I
that's not
if
what I'm
I had
saying.
a woman hitting me up about my other baby daddy, oh, I actually wasn't his friend. I'm actually his girl. Like, yeah, that's proof enough for me to be walking away. Like, no, like I'm not gonna fucking deal with no
Those
drama.
are two. Those are two really good choices. Those are two really good situations. One is very much obvious. That's very much obvious, right? I see you walking in the garage is very much more obvious than somebody giving you a text message. Was there any confirmation on that end other than just that chick calling you?
Well, the second time the girl was jealous and was just hitting me up at school. I was like telling me all this drama that she was going through with him. And then like I was like, yeah, meet me at the house so that we could confront him together. And at first she didn't want to, but I was like, well, like he used you for this and he used you for that because he was using her to act like she was just a friend and she wanted us together after having his baby. So she ended up meeting me there, and yeah, she basically put everything on the table. Everything on the table. So I was like, okay, I'm done. So yeah,
He
that
was
was
there.
that.
He was there.
He was there.
Did he deny it?
He was trying to he was doing this thing where he was trying to play both sides, but trying to keep it to where it wasn't so obvious. But then it was like he couldn't help it because he needed her for a specific reason. Well, his mother is she can't move, so he literally needed her to help him with his mom, and that's what she was doing for him. But me, I had his child. He wanted me in his life, right? So like he was trying to play me in a sense of like you are, supposed to be here for the rest of my life, like. And I'm like, but that doesn't mean me and you have to be playing like we're gonna like together. And then you're sitting here and try to act like you into me and you love me, because he did tell me he loved me. But then he's over there messing with this girl because he needs her to do a specific thing, and then telling her like he's his girl. Like, no, he was doing too much. It was too much. It was drama. And I don't like drama. I don't like conflict. I'm a Cancer and I'm emotional, and I will walk
Oh
away
yeah,
from
okay. No, I'm cashing out of this. Yeah, I'm cashing out of this conversation. I get you. You gave me two conversations where you was right, but guess what? I have way too much life experience with cancers to know that you've been wrong a lot in your life. Trust me. We want to play that game. I have a lot of experience with cancers. My mom is a cancer. My baby mama is a cancer. Most of the women I know in my life is cancers. And y'all be intuitive, and I get that. But y'all call bullshit on a lot of shit that just ain't bullshit. Sometimes y'all take it a little too far. So I know that somewhere in the long lines of your thing, and I'm not saying you right or wrong. Don't get this interaction twisted, right? Don't get this interaction twisted. You cool with your life. I'm cool where you at. I'm good where I'm at. I'm not judging you as a person, right? But I always have to say this, right? When it comes down to this, we have to know that somewhere along the line, this go for men and women, that somewhere along the line, we fucked it up. Wherever relationship status if we single, we fucked it up somewhere.
I mean, accountability is a motherfucker, right?
We had to fuck it up somewhere, right? I can look at my last relationship and be like it wasn't my fault, but I have to look at maybe the last three before that and be like, well, there I probably fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If you understand duality, then you have to understand that mistakes were made on the way to mistakes have to be made on the way to success. Nobody is 100% right. Because I could look at that a whole different way. Was he fucking her?
Yeah.
Okay,
that ass
God
up.
damn, dude, you fucked up, dude. You fucked up, bro. God damn. I'm trying. Shit.
Of course he was. He had to manipulate her, and a lot of women are manipulated sexually.
It's getting it.
I don't mean to laugh, but god damn,
A lot of women are manipulated with the dick. So I'm just saying, like, yeah, of course he was doing that to her, so that she would stay around.
All right, I got you.
Hey.
And a lot of people, a lot of men will deal with someone that's a little less attractive because like not a lot of they'll just feel like, oh my God, you're so blah blah blah, and then will fall into place because he's so fine. That's what it was. I knew him from high school though, so it was like for me, it wasn't that he was. We had a history, and undo honestly, I really really believe like Biz said, like we're in each other's lives for a reason. It's never. I don't find it odd that he's in my life because I think that I have a nurturing spirit and a loving motherly spirit. And I've always told him, like, nah, you're wrong in this. Like, I'm not afraid to tell him, like, you're wrong in this area, and you're wrong in that, and you should do better, and you should do this, whatever, right? But, like, but at the same time, like, you know, like when we were younger, he spoke our child into life. Like when he was, I was a popular girl, right? One of the most popular girls in school. So he would come up to me and be like, I'm gonna take you from your boyfriend one day. You're gonna be you're gonna have my child one day. And literally, like when I was about 30, I had his child.
You believed
It just happened.
Wait a
Like,
minute. So
and literally didn't have my child till I was
if you
28.
trusted that plan, why you ain't trust this other plan then?
Right.
He didn't have a plan. That's the problem. I'm like, what is
He
your
was
plan?
trying to get her to take care of his
He
mama.
didn't understand what. So I'm supposed to be okay that he has a side chick that is taking care of his mother while I'm wifey? Like, no way.
You ain't
trust
gotta do
His child.
plan. That's all that is. You believe in the wrong
He
plan.
You ain't
he
gotta do
is
it.
a Leo, so he does believe in lionesses doing the work for him. I am not about to do the work for you, sir. You tripping?
So now we mad. So now we mad at him for going against trying to go against his nature. He just doing what he's supposed to do. Now, come on, tell me he ain't doing what he's supposed to do.
Sir, you should get that
Nah.
out of your system. Get it out your system.
I think you're judging him wrong still.
What?
I'm just being petty now.
This is the wrong time frame. I think y'all met each other on the wrong scoreboard time, and that's all. You know what I mean? Because he could have met you later down in life. He could have been more mature and more whatever you was asking for. But because you know him from high school, he already planted that seed, and not literally, but he planted that seed and then literally planted it later.
But literally, like, listen, literally right after his son was born, his dad died. So it was supposed to happen because he didn't even know he had another son. He literally thought this was his only son. And at this time, it almost was like, boom, God gave you a son right before your dad died because that shit like came down on him. So shit doesn't happen for no reason. And it's actually the right time when you think it's not the right time, but it's just their maturity that is not ready. And that's the fucked up part. But at the end of the day, I mean, like you said, accountability, and my accountability is, you know what I mean? Like I was the one in this situation, I came back into his life. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to church. So I want to deal with you on this level, and that's it. But that was my fault.
I'm not gonna blame it on just his maturity. It's your maturity as well. You take 50% in that accountability as well. Your maturity.
I just said accountability. I took part of my accountability because in this situation,
yeah, you double back. Right. I can understand that. That's where I can take accountability in my situation because I double back.
Right.
Probably shouldn't have doubled back on that one. Sometimes you could double back. Sometimes the double back is okay, but sometimes you gotta know when the shit's obvious. Yeah. You talking about high school? That's what I'm saying. I know that long extended off and on that situation. I already know. First of all, she had cancer, so they don't. Them women. I'm gonna show her how I know. Fuck, I'm talking. Them women right there don't let go of their men until the bitter end. To the bitter end. That's why she say, I'm gonna find out all the proof because she gonna find, and sometimes, like you said, everybody ain't right. But one thing they do is they will stick with that nigga to the bitter end. I have watched some cancer women hold on to some ain't shit ass niggas for a long time.
But no,
long time.
Yep.
So
that's a fact.
They loyal, they sensitive. They crazy as hell.
Yeah, do you know that cancers are one of the top murderers in like murder scenes?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because we're so nice and we're like not pushovers, we're like passive aggressive. So when we're nice and we're nice and we're nice and we get tired of being nice, and then when we snap, motherfuckers be like, "Yeah, crazy."
Yeah.
Because you ain't seen that ugly part of us. Because we literally are that person that says, we're not afraid of you. We never back down, but we're afraid of what we can do and how we can like react to this situation. That's why a lot of the time I'd rather just walk away.
Yeah, that's facts. It's all right though. I know you got me with two situations where you had 100% proof, but I know that cancer and you didn't overreacted sometimes. I
Yeah,
already know.
I've overreacted. I ain't gonna lie, because even sometimes I'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I don't said some
Yeah.
stuff that wasn't 100% credible sometimes. But then I'll be like, no, but last time you did this, so this got to be like this, and then I'll be wrong for this time. But last time I had already had proof of that time. So yeah, that's
I
where my
got you. I got you. So say if you go by that zodiac shit, you lost in a sheep. Yeah, but
yeah,
there's got to be something to it. There's got to be something to all this shit. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much of anything. You can kind of say that about all religions and all beliefs and all kind of like anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all based in something that then y'all ever played telephone?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's basically how religion and spirituality and all the shit you believe in work. Somebody that told 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 somebody.
Dark comedy is a motherfucker.
And now we here, good.
You think spirituality is not real? Do you know I had a dream of both my children before I had them? I literally had a dream of both my kids before I had them.
I had a dream of
no, I ain't saying this
my
now.
whip too. Of my BMW. I had a dream of that. And then I looked up and the motherfucker was there. And I went for my dream. Sometimes, you know what I mean? I'm not saying like, nobody's saying like, we're not knocking it. We're just saying, and that's more of like, that's your own experience. So that's not like a telephone method. Like, that's not
That's
like
how you were saying like now spirituality is like a trend. Is that what you? I kind of thought that's what he meant.
No. Like okay. So like I said, my girl think the same way you do, right? And she explained to me because she a Leo, like day after Cancer, like day after Cancer.
That's all I attract is damn Leos. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, day after Cancer, and I'm a Taurus, so you know what I'm saying. That's why I know about them Cancers because we supposed to be like number one on the compatibility list. That's just
that's so true. Yeah, Taurus. I thought it was Capricorn, but no, it's Taurus. Yeah.
That's why when I say I know, you might be running it, but I know somewhere along the line you bugged up somewhere. I know you do.
But you know that they mostly got it right. That's the problem, that they mostly be having it right. But look, but your mama a Cancer too? Oh boy.
Yeah. Yes, my mama and my baby mama are Cancer.
You in love with
navigating that motherfucking minefield, goddamn it, shit.
And check this fool out. This fool said, UK says, I had a dream I was fucking Alicia Keys. Still waiting on that shit.
Keep dreaming. I love me some Alicia Keys when I was younger. That was my number one crush. This time I look like a mixture of Maya and Alicia Keys.
But no, what I was saying was, no, I'm not calling it a trend. What I'm saying is this, like she would tell me this, like I don't read the Bible. I've never really like read the Bible and shit like that. Right? She tells me that's a good thing, and I can understand why, because it's some people that's so indoctrinated in the Bible that they can't believe anything else, right? Yeah. And the Bible is the best example of somebody telling somebody that told somebody that told somebody that told somebody that told somebody, especially now.
Or rewrote it, yeah.
Especially now at this point, right? And especially when they're telling you that this is all shit that's up for interpretation. Anytime somebody gives you that explanation of any type of religion, you gotta just take it with a grain of salt because it's up for interpretation. So if you see one thing and I see another, we gonna argue about the same scripture. We gonna see it two different ways because it's a book of dualities, basically. It's just a cool ass novel at the end of the day that people didn't put they like whole life into, bro.
It's supposed to be the map of life.
it's
Walter
supposed
said,
to be.
Joaquin said the Bible is the best story they ever told.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Have you seen Monsters Inc., my nigga? I beg to differ.
That
Okay,
was double
I'm
sided
just
because he's making fun of it, but it's actually a saying.
right. That's why they call it the good book. Like, if it's so good, everybody would have read it then. Right? It was that good. If it's that good, everybody would have read that shit.
I mean,
but
and
yeah, it's
go ahead.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like it's anytime it's up for interpretation. Anytime you gotta read things or see it, or it's coming from like it's all faith based. You have to understand that we might get to the end and it don't be none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? It might be none of it. It might be all of it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So like we do too much trying to tell everybody that, you know what I'm saying, their way is this and their way is that, and we put so much emphasis into one thing. You have to be able to scoop it all up and get a little bit of everything. Because it might be a multiple choice question test when you get up there, goddamn it, and you should have studied everything. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just basing all your faith in one thing. You know what I'm saying? So
he said that shit got more chapters than any book you ever read.
They do, and they got books that they took out.
It ain't got enough pictures for me.
More
I'm saying
people read
it ain't
the
got enough
Bible
pictures.
than any book ever read. UK says, I don't know. I read better fantasy stories, Harry Potter better.
Bro, have y'all seen the last Doctor Strange? Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, what the fuck?
All right. Biz was just talking about that other movie. What was that movie you were talking about the vampire way? The one you
Look,
said
this
that
fool
looked like
said I had
Batman?
a dream with fucking Alicia Keys. I'm still waiting on that shit. That shit still fucked me up. I'm still that movie was called Morpheus. Y'all see Morpheus? Was it Morbius? Morbius?
Morbius.
Yeah, with the vampire. Yeah.
Yeah, one that you were like that looked like it should have been Batman, like or whatever.
It should have been
They should have
Batman.
made Batman.
Because that shit, bro, Yellow, did you see that shit?
Yeah, but
it's on Netflix. It's called Morbius.
It's on Disney Plus as well.
It's on Disney
It's
Plus.
Marvel. It's on Marvel. It's a Marvel movie.
Yes, it's a Marvel movie. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I was tripping out on that bitch. But it seemed like it should have been a Batman movie.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
Batman, but if you know anything about comics and you know anything about Batman, it would have never been a Batman movie. I get what you're saying. Like that's how Batman should have been created. That's how he should have
been. But you know what I mean? It should have been, but you know. But my movie, the show I'm on right now is Sandman. Is it Sandman? Yeah, Sandman.
Y'all know they came
on Netflix?
Oh my gosh, bro.
You know they came out
What is that on?
Huh?
Sandman?
Is that on Netflix?
What, Sandman?
Netflix. Sandman is fucking bro.
You make me want to get Netflix back. I have HBO Plus, Disney Plus. I got freaking
it make you question
Amazon Prime.
Hey, all I gotta say is that motherfucking Sandman. I can't find anything that's happening right now.
Have y'all seen the trailer or movie for Jeepers Creepers?
No, I ain't watching that shit. That shit scared the fuck out of me.
Hey, Constantine is coming out.
I feel like I feel like
Constantine.
Oh yeah, I gotta check that out. I feel like scary movies are like spicy food to me. It's like why would you waste my time?
You like spicy food?
I love spicy food.
I don't really fuck with spicy food like that.
Aren't you with a Latina?
I love
but I don't mean shit. I don't fuck. I'm black still. My skin does not change its color. Huh?
So you don't like scary movies?
Like let on
I
now.
don't.
Like
I
let
don't
on.
fuck with.
You
I
don't
don't
like
fuck
horror
with scary.
movies?
Look, I'll tell you this. Look, this is how close it got. Look, I'm sitting here and I'm watching. No, my daughter runs over. She's like, "Dad, I'm watching like some on like Vivo or whatever. Like I watch a lot of like music videos and shit." And she's like, "Dad, let's watch a movie." And I'm like, "You want to watch a movie?" She's like, "Yeah." I bought animated. You want to watch a movie? She was like, "Yeah, Dad, come on." No, like we gonna watch a scary movie. She was like, "No, for real." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." Right? And she was like, "Okay, come on." I was like, "Fuck." Right? I was like, "Damn," she agreed. So I'm going through the what you call it. I'm going through the channels and shit, and all of a sudden, I came up on it, like the new it.
Oh yeah,
Right?
that's a good one.
What?
It's
Man, I didn't get past the beginning.
It's a kids movie, man.
What?
Check this,
Scary cat.
I'm finna say kids love it, bro. The kids love that
bro,
shit. My,
bro,
my
I,
sons
bro,
love that shit.
It's
We
horror.
love
bro,
to be
with
scared.
this
My sons
motherfucker,
watch scary movies with me all the time.
man, with this motherfucker, with this motherfucker opened his mouth to,
To eat that
I
other
was like,
kid?
"Nope, we gone. See you later. Bye.
Yeah. You ain't watch
Out of
Freddy
here.
Krueger?
Gone. Fast. Boom."
Look,
Huh?
you ain't watch Freddy Krueger?
Look, my daughter was like, "Dad, let's keep watching it." I'm like, "No."
If it pops out the freaking TV, we
Right.
don't know what we gonna do.
But I did. But I mean, I've seen Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean. But those wasn't as scary as the movies now. Now they getting real savvy with that shit. Cause
No, they
nah.
it's
See, you ain't got
scary.
the sound system I got. I got a surround sound, so that shit be like when
Like
I'm
creepy
hearing
like
shit.
from the back.
My
So
shit,
where is that?
my shit be like. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey,
Hell nah.
yeah.
Right.
And that should be just juice. So I mean, but I have fucked with a couple like, a couple ones that I thought was scary, but they wasn't. I thought there was one I thought called what's it called? Quiet Place or Silent or there's some shit
Quiet
called
Place, yeah.
Quiet Place.
Is it aliens or something? Uh-huh.
Shit was
They
dope.
have to be
Yeah,
quiet the whole entire time.
Yeah.
right. And
Mhm.
so I'm thinking, so I'm like, I'm telling my kids, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna watch this. And they're like, "Dad, you didn't watch the last one with us." And I was like, "I know, but I'm gonna watch this one with y'all."
That's just scarier than it.
Man, I'm watching that shit, man. Me and my kids got into them. I'm like, damn, this shit is hard. I'm like, I gotta watch the second one. Yeah, it wasn't scary at all.
Did you
That
watch
shit
the
wasn't
second one?
scary. Yeah, I watched the second one. It was good.
It's
It was
it's
good.
scary.
Have you ever watched Insidious? You should watch
I
Insidious.
don't do the scary movies, the bloody, the whole like.
The
It's
gore.
just too much. It's like a waste of It's just a waste of my time. Like, why am I fucking watching this?
I got some.
Like,
I got some scary movies.
like you seeing his brains blown out from the side of his head. It's like, come on, man. I can see this shit in real life. Like why do I?
Yeah.
why
That's
do I
how I
gotta
be
fucking?
too.
I'm like, I'd rather
All
give
right,
me
my
some
guy.
action shit. Some shit that I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? People, my bad, my bad. Gasmasktribe TV podcast, you know what I mean? Ain't no need for the after hours. We already in there, you know what I mean? But Gasmasktribe TV podcast, we fit out that, but we out of here, people. Y'all have a great, great, great fucking week. We're gonna actually get back at it on Wednesday and make this all dope. Get back at it. Thank y'all so much. Y'all been easy.
Big booty with a big room.